Alright. Looks like it should be live now. Everyone, howdy howdy. So, let me know in chat if you can hear me alright. I can obviously see myself up there, but yeah, don't know how I'm sounding because I've been making some tweaks, making some changes to everything, and yeah. Excellent. Good stuff. Alright, so don't need to worry about that. That's perfectly fine. Let's go into that one there. PC mic and not lapel. It should be all hunky dory. Yes, let's go there. Just make sure I'm plugging into the right bloody input. Yeah, that's it there. Yeah, it should be alright. Yeah, I should be able to tap on this. You should be able to hear it. Can you hear that tapping? Because that might not actually be working properly then. And yes, thank you for the happy birthday wishes. Yeah, no heary tappy. Okay, so there is something going on there then. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, that's fine. Okay, what's going on there? Okay. Let me go into audio settings. XA50 off. Okay, so it's coming in via the tracks there. I'm getting channel 3, which is going through like that. Fine. Yeah. Nothing could ever be easy, can it? Okay, mic aux, that's fine there. Don't need to worry about that. Why are we not getting audio from that there? Functions, audio. No, go on. There you go, audio. Okay, so channel 3 is definitely doing its thing. Alright, let me just bring up a thing here. Most exciting way to spend a morning. Trying to troubleshoot this bloody stream before I get to it. It was working the other day, but I didn't update. And as they say, never do an update when you need to do something critical. That can go away. Let's just see what's going on there. As they say, never do an update when you need to do something critical. Okay. Let's just see what's going on there. Okay, that we'll have to do that way. Which is that one? What on earth is going on there? Oh, forget it. We'll do it this way. That'll do either way. I'll troubleshoot it and deal with it later. So yeah, it's been a bit of a time. Yeah. So yeah, I've been away for the last couple of weeks. You know, as you may have seen on my social media posts, and Brad spreading the word as well. Yeah, it's been a bit hell. Yeah. So, for those of you who don't know, or those who are just catching up, or whatever else like that, I was at work and had the unfortunate pleasure of having the police visit my house. And when they did, they wanted me to come back home. And when I did, that's when, unfortunately, that I found out that my mother had been violently attacked by someone who'd recently moved in with her. Unfortunately, that was quite traumatic, to say the least. Yeah, so we had the funeral, we got all that kind of stuff dealt with, and now we're just sort of like picking up the pieces of everything there. Were obviously, the shop was closed for several weeks, so I'm a one man show, so that hit me in the hip pocket quite hard. Trying to catch up on everything, trying to deal with all that, and today, of course, is my birthday. I am the little birthday boy. Just a little birthday boy. You wouldn't hit a birthday boy wearing glasses, would you? But apparently life wanted to. So, yeah, here I am today. Figured I'd come in the morning, do a couple of minor bits and pieces, mainly just have a bit of a chat because, my birthday has kind of been a bit hell anyway over the last, 20 odd years. A similar kind of thing happened when I was a teenager. Caused the family to kind of fall apart and all that kind of jazz. And yeah, this is the first birthday that I get to have, without my mother, and that hurts a lot. So I wanted to try and at least do something kind of, positive and fun, catch up, have a chat, do all that kind of jazz, and kind of get my mind off it, I suppose. Yeah, so it's been a fun time, to say the least. So I might grab a repair and get started on that in a second. I'm gonna go find some stuff. So yeah, I got the shop closed for today because my usual habit anyways was to take my birthday off because I hated my birthdays. My birthday's never been a good time for me, so I figured, all right, let's just stop dealing with it. I'll take the day off from work. Couldn't do it last year because I had staff that messed me over, and this year, obviously reasons, so I'm taking the day off anyway. And I figured I'd be here and just do my thing. I'm gonna piss off after the stream, go off with the missus, go have lunch and that. Then we're going for Ethiopian for dinner tonight, which is real damn good. There's a place down the road from here called the Queen of Sheba, and damn, I used to have Ethiopian food years ago when I had a food stall at markets. We used to sell stuff there, and there was an Ethiopian guy across where I used to sell it. It was amazing, And there's a place we found recently down the road from where we are that does like full on proper, traditional Ethiopian food, right down to like we get like a platter that's got like a mixture of stuff, and it's served on a big like round platter, and the bottom is a type of fermented like flatbread called injera, which is phenomenal. And they put the food on top of that. You actually eat it with your hands, like it's that kind of thing. But damn, Ethiopian food is good. Thank you muchly for the birthday wishes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am now the grand old age of 38. I am a little bit younger than Brad, just a little bit. So, yeah, lovely dinner indeed. I'm going to grab an amp because I need to put a new pot into it. 1 second. Weighs a ton. Oh, stay. Whew. Ah, there we go. There's a Brad. I told you, not Skype. We're gonna do it via what's he fucking Facebook Messenger thingy. There we go. That way I can hear you. All right, now I'm going to go into this. Let's just skip that for a moment. And then I'm going to go into that. Go away. Go to that. Go to that. Got this take forever. That's your thing, would you? Hey, there we go. Can you hear me? Cool. Alrighty. So if I do that, then I go into this, and then I go into this one. Yep. Yeah. It's alright. I did the cardinal sin last night of updating OBS, and it broke some of my things. Let me just bring that there. Yeah. Thank you. They still can't hear you yet. 1 second. I'm bringing you in. There we go. Yeah, I'm bringing you in. Wait a sec. 1 second. Yes. Whoa. Okay. Window capture. And where is it? Where are you? No, it's not what I want. Yes, I see you there, OBS. Go away. So it's that one there.
I reckon that's shutter speed. I've just fucked my camera up. Amateur hour.
We're both doing well.
Amateur hour.
No, I don't want the other one. Oh yeah. Well, it's we're still setting things up. We're not Vosh, so you know.
All right. What's going on, legends? Let me catch up on the chat. I'm way behind. I've got family over, so yeah, we went out to my brother's place last night, and yeah,
Right on.
I'm supposed to be doing my tax right now, but here I am.
You should probably go do your tax.
Yeah, all right, see ya.
Oh my god,
It's
why do you not want to
overdue.
do the thing?
I've got an extension till Monday.
Yeah.
I'm never prepared for how quickly the business activity statement comes around. So annoying. It's like you do all this work, you figure everything out all day, and then you get home and you've still got like 6 hours of work to do.
Mm.
Can they hear me now?
They can hear you, but I don't think they can see you.
Oh, no.
Bastard.
We were going to do a test yesterday, but I didn't have time. Sorry, legends. There I am.
Can you see yourself?
I can see myself I'm watching the YouTube stream, yeah.
Oh, there you are. Cool. Yeah, didn't want
Hello.
to turn up for some reason. That's odd.
I'm in the center of the screen. Center of attention like always.
Okay, so it doesn't actually show the what's the thing? Okay, cool.
So I can go to workbench. Oh, hang on. There we go. So now I'm feeding you the workbench cam. Desk chair. I got everything, baby. Don't call me baby.
There we go.
Yeah.
Shoot.
I'm at the age, Mike says, I'm at the age whereby whenever I bend over, I make a noise, not necessarily from my mouth.
Yeah,
well,
fatty
as long as you don't follow through, Mike, it's all good.
I make the same noises as well. I'm like,
I make a constant effort not to make noises when I do physical activity because that means you're old. Hey, Jim Cox gifted a bunch of memberships. What a legend. Good on you, Jim.
Indeed. Thank you much, Lee.
Jim Bobby.
I might be running through both mics, apparently.
Sounds like you're not on a lapel.
No, there's something balked up with it. So, okay, so
the old DJI.
No, with the settings.
It's not easy doing this shit, eh? You'd think it would be easier in 2024.
Oh no, like this is like OBS is like Linux. It works brilliantly. You've just got to set it up the way it's got to be set up, and it's a nightmare from there.
And every time it updates, settings change.
Yep.
I was going to just drive down because that's literally easier.
That too. No, that's why I got to get all this stuff set up. There we go.
Hey, he's got me in a little
there for a moment.
thingy with a choocher, and I've got my little window. That's nice. I'm going away again.
Yep.
What's going on? Maybe I got to shut. Nah.
It's probably on my end.
Yeah, I'll shut Firefox and just have this open. All right, I can see you, Messenger. There's a bit of a delay there, but I think we can't really do anything about that, or I'm not even going to attempt to. Oh, yeah, I'm a black screen. Now you
were there for a moment.
Hey! Now you see me, now you don't.
There you go, put it that way.
All right. So, anyway, let's just pretend that's going to work.
There we go, now I can see you.
Now I've gone away again. My God, man.
Like now.
My God, man.
My God.
What are you running? Are you running this on your Mac laptop?
Yeah. I'm building a PC specifically for streaming here in the workshop and stuff. So, because the missus, yeah.
What, like a Windows PC?
Yeah, I got like three PCs worth of parts at home.
Ah, I thought you had a just a laptop.
I do. I've got that too.
Like that was your main streaming thing, I thought.
Well, it's because it just happens to be here.
Oh.
Yeah.
So if I fuck you up now and change my camera view, oh no.
No, that's all right. It's because basically it's doing window capture.
Yeah. And I'm showing you the job sheets and all my customers.
As you do. It's all right. I got my little tag here and the like. So, but I'm not going to show the repair side of things.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing today. I got to do a bunch of quotes. Got this Ampeg thing here, which I told the bloke it's going to be like, I don't know how much.
Which Ampeg, the VL1002 or?
No, that's done. That's at the door.
Right.
The
Nice.
VT40, because it's got like 3 can caps, 4 can caps, and like two axial caps. So I told the customer I should probably just bite the bullet and design a PCB for it. And for the 6 of these amps that still exist and haven't caught fire in the world, maybe those people might buy the board too. It's kind of annoying because you want to make a universal board that you can mount modern long life radial caps on that will probably outlast the bloody lifetime of the owner.
No.
And the problem is you got so many different form factors, so many different shapes that you've got to fit this board in. You try to make a generic one that can sort of hit as many bases as possible, but then you've got obscure amps like this VT40 that come in. Like, there's not many of them out here.
Only in Australia.
Yeah, well, do you design it to fit that?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's why like Andy and all the rest of that have already got boards they've done for them over the years.
Yeah, I wonder if he's got one. I should have hit him
He
up.
does.
I know he had for the VT40 though.
Yeah, those guys have done so many of these
ones.
things. Yeah, no, they've got ones for the VTs as well.
Yeah, okay, I might ask him because.
Richard, to answer your question, GoFundMe is the they take the smallest cut. I've also got just a dedicated PayPal and US bank account as well for anyone who wants to do anything direct. Yeah,
and YouTube bend you over by about 30%, so try and avoid YouTube if possible.
Yeah, they take 30%. I wouldn't mind getting onto the the other streamers and that do. I forgot what it's called, the open source one where they've got like the direct funding thing, but that also requires people to be a bit more tech savvy and to have a larger audience to be able to go directly through the website. So,
yeah, that'd be good to go from a website, eh?
Yeah,
I wonder how many people would actually go there though.
Well, if you're like a political streamer or someone with a younger audience, a fair chunk of people, because then they get more people through it and all that jazz.
Because they're sex heavy.
Exactly.
So I bought a new lens with the hope of putting either my GH5S or G85 on the overhead cam, getting rid of the camcorder. Yeah. So I need a really wide range. So I got a 12 to 200 millimeter Olympus. Cool lens, but just what I feared happened. Close enough. I mounted it, and the fucking thing zooms in on you because of the gravity. Yeah, of course. The lens elements pull out, so I was hoping it would have enough preload that it would not do that. So it's fucking useless. The $800 lens, $1,200 retail, be on the drain. That's why you go to a place and you hire a lens first. I'm not that smart. Don't be stupid. But no, that's why I pretty much decided I'm going to have a camcorder as the overhead. Like whatever brand model that is, so I'm going to have to stick with camcorders for the overhead, I think. Yeah, that's what I do. It's the best way. It's the best thing for it. Good on you, Cuckoo Gear Cook. Happy birthday, Six. Glad you two fuckwits hanging out. Yep. Well, I'm certainly a fuckwit. I am the king of them. That's some good coffee. Yeah. If you're going to do that, honestly, jump online and pick up a second-hand Canon XA series. They're fucking monsters, though. No, they're not. Nah, just going to get one of those consumer-y Sony ones. No, just get... Look, you can pick up a second... Listen to me, you fuckwit. Oh, my God. Listen. You pick up a second-hand Canon XA series because you can take the handle off. Oh, can you? And because the autofocus is better and they've got better quality dry out.
clean out, I should say, from the HDMI. That's why you get one of them, and you can pick one up secondhand for about $400.
Ooh. Are they
Yes.
HD?
Yes.
They're not 4K though, eh?
You can get the 4K ones, but they're going to be closer to 1,000. You don't need 4K if it's a bench setup because OBS and whatever software you're using is only going to ingest at 1080.
Yeah, well, I've
This
only got
one,
1080
currently,
capture cards.
Yeah, this is what the XA50 does full 4K, but I've only got it for clean out of 1080.
And this poor little laptop wouldn't be able to handle 4K. Jesus.
No.
It's playing Russian roulette at the best of times.
Oh God.
So, we went through about 6 amp repairs and 4 guitar repairs yesterday.
Jesus.
Big day. Oh, and a turntable.
What did I go through yesterday? 3 guitars, and I'm almost at the end of my queue.
We did a couple of solid stators. Dad's working on a WT405 at the moment. Well, not at the moment. He's still in bed. but yeah. Oh, I should put up a link on my my YouTube. Let me take half an hour to open another browser. No streams, Brad. What's up with that? I've been sick, Jim. I've had what I think is a low grade pneumonia. So I've had a fever and I've lost my voice for the last 2 weeks. So I wasn't going to stream. Wasn't going to do any videos, to be honest. And I fulfilled that prophecy. I didn't do fuck all. That's why it's been a bit quiet. You just don't feel like making videos when you're crook anyway. We say when you're crook in Australia. It probably doesn't make a lot of sense to an American. I'm a bit crook.
We on a little bit down, you know.
Okay, Firefox has crashed.
Firefox sucks.
Firefox is great.
Oh, it's terrible.
I'm just trying to put a link on my page as a community post, but I can't even do that. My audio is probably glitching because the computer's struggling.
Yes, and your video too. It's like it's gone into like, you know, skipping every like, you know, 3rd, 4th, and 5th frame.
Let me see if I can do it in Google Chrome. I don't think I'm logged into Google in Google Chrome though, which is ironic. Because I only use Google Chrome when I need to do stuff like this. Yeah, I'm not logged in. It's giving me like Mr. Beast videos and shit as suggestions. So I mustn't be logged in. Oh, you know what? I can do it on my phone. That's easier. That's a separate system. Live chat, share, create post. Oh, so easy.
There we go. Seriously, the Google apps are so fucking bad. Oh my God.
Streaming with at Fuckface Australia.
75 YBA. Thank you muchly for the birthday wishes.
Join us here, champions. Post. There we go. That was easy. Sometimes the phone is the easier option. It's a bit sad, but the audio crackling is usually the first sign that your CPU is spiking and prioritizing other things. Yeah. I wonder if I can just close Google Chrome now that we've got the messenger window open. I don't know. Let's find out. Close. I think I'm still here.
Nous sommes là. Happy birthday, me. Thank you muchly for the happy birthday wishes. Yeah, I've got because I've got a couple of PCs worth of parts at home, and because I don't have any space at home to actually set up a computer now. That's why I'm like, I'll set up one here in the workshop for streaming and doing all that kind of stuff and like tech things. The missus, I'm updating her PC for her because she's got her Dragon Age game coming out and she's obsessed with the series. So it's like, all right, cool. So I basically gutted my old PC for her. So she got the core of my components, and I had like some old I had some computers from the music school that I shut down, so I've basically taken those to make into a streaming rig. So yeah,
you're a hacker, mate.
well.
You're a hacker.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Like the 90s, Sandra Bullock.
Oh god, and that classic. No, Sandra Bullock was The Web. That was the series.
The
that was
Web,
one
that's
she was
right,
in.
yeah.
It was Angelina Jolie that was in
if you know
Hackers.
what I mean.
Yeah.
God, Sandra Bullock was hot. She was hard in the Spank Bank.
She was definitely one of my favorite Hollywood ladies of the era.
I realized later that I think I just like 90s eyebrow trimming.
Totally.
I think I just like 90s eyebrows. I think that's what it was all about. The eyebrows now are weird. They're either shaved off and painted back on, or they're like monstrous things. It's like, I don't know. Women have it so hard, man. Imagine us having to do all that shit to go out in public. I mean, they don't have to. Me, I don't do it.
You don't do it. It's because you're an ugly cunt.
I maybe put a bit of beard wax in. That's about it. I've started moisturising now that I'm 40.
Yeah. See, now it's too late. You should have done it when you were 16. That's the key.
Working. In winter, my skin goes really dry. It gets to the point where even my knuckles start cracking. Because, especially if I'm working in the garage, because I'm doing anything with paint thinners. Because you try and wear nitrile gloves and that, but paint thinners attacks everything, including your skin.
Yeah.
So you wear the nitrile gloves, the supposed, solvent-safe ones. And they last for a while, and then it just turns into this rag of like just shards of black shit hanging off your hand.
Yeah.
So the vinyl ones last about 5 seconds. As soon as you get a drop of thinners on it, just goes and just opens up.
Yeah, this time of year, like, because I get bad dermatitis on my hands and my forearms anyway, and then this time of year it gets even worse. Like being in Japan during the winter, oh my god, it's just like my jaw, like literally skin is like cracking.
Oh really? Even though it's humid.
Yeah. In Japan in winter,
no.
In Japan in winter is like 0% humidity.
Oh, okay.
It's like super dry.
We've had a pretty humid winter, to be honest. Like it's still winter here. And like we're not in the middle of winter, but we're on the tail end of it. And it's 19.5 degrees Celsius in here and 57% humidity in the shop.
Yeah. We've hit an abnormal temperature spike.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be 38 degrees in Udinadatta today.
Sick.
38.
So I just keep pumping the carbon into the atmosphere. We'll be fine.
Yeah, drill, baby, drill. Fucking
Rob
Gina Reinhardt, the fat slug, came out saying that shit yesterday. Fuck, I hate her.
I fucking hate her with a passion. I just hate all billionaires.
Oh, God.
Got a question from Rob F. 6. Brad, I have a friend who just acquired a basement with tweed covering. He's wondering if he should shellac the tweed to help preserve, do nothing, or something else. I mean, traditionally, they were sprayed with nitro lacquer, much like... Because the reason why Leo actually covered those amps in tweed was because, as was the fashion at the time, that's what luggage was. And so the lacquer coating on there was to help make it a bit harder. So the traditional look of a lacquered tweed cabinet is just that. It's lacquer over the tweed. But you don't want to go too heavy. If you go too heavy, then it just ends up looking like cheap plastic. You want just enough to kind of cover it, and it will wear in, and it will yellow, and it will get that sort of traditional look. You can kind of speed it up as well by basically putting it in the sun to let it sort of UV discolor. Yeah. And you can also do something really crazy if you want to make it look even older. Get yourself a jar of liquid nitrogen and pour it over it, and it'll shrink and crack, and it'll look like it's 50 years old. That's how they do the
liquid nitrogen out of the cupboard, out of the pantry.
Do you know how easy it is to get liquid nitrogen? Seriously, you just contact a chemicals company, and you can get a tub of it in a container. You can use it, and then they take it back and they charge you by how much you've used.
Huh.
Yeah,
I'll be damned. As if we're not using all of it.
Hey, let's take this thing covered in liquid nitrogen and see whether it explodes.
I'm pretty sure there's whole YouTube channels dedicated to that shit.
Oh, yeah, of course. There's YouTube channels for all kinds of stupid shit. I love it.
Oh, yeah. So what were we saying? Oh, yeah, tweed. So I use shellac because it's already got that color to it. It's it's pretty harmless. Like it's just you just mix it with methylated spirits, or I don't know what you Yanks call it, white spirit or something, and it's pretty easy to clean up. And I just spray the inside of the cabinet as well. It seals up the timber. It's got that natural look to it. You don't have to add stain straight away. It looks vintagey. And I just put like 2 coats on, just so it doesn't get a sheen to it, but it locks in the fibers, and it makes it so much stronger because it goes into the cotton. Essentially, that's what tweed is. It goes into the cotton and locks those fibers into each other. So all of a sudden now it's a skin instead of a fabric. So you find that if it does get damaged, it doesn't peel off. It's become one with the amplifier. But yeah, just shellac I use, just the generic shit that you get from anywhere.
Yeah. And shellac is all natural because it's just bugs.
Yeah, it's just bug ass.
Mm.
I think I'm a
It's
bit
kind of wild.
orange.
Have you ever seen how they actually process it in India?
No, they just press them, don't they?
No, it's like a whole crazy thing, like how they actually do it. It's like wild.
Oh.
Actually, speaking of a conversation we're like doing like this now, I'm actually thinking of one of the things I'm going to do to start in the near future is kind of like chats like this, and do like sort of like a monthly or fortnightly type thing, and have it about answering questions about gear, about tech, about all that kind of stuff, and call it 1-800-Dr. Gear.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, do that kind of thing here, because the amount of questions that we get, and there's obviously sort of other channels and that out there that do random sort of things with music gear or whatever else, or any other sort of thing really. But there's nothing that kind of like has, other than Lyle doing his thing, that has like specifically that kind of focus.
Yeah, I don't know enough. People ask me about all these amps that aren't in Australia, and that's the main reason that's been stopping me from doing a Q&A. Partially because I don't think real quick on my feet either.
I do. My brain's going like 30 times a second always.
People are like, I've got this amplifier and I'm thinking about like, what do I do here? And I'm like, I don't know. I've never even seen that model before. And over in the US, it's like a really common model. So that's the main thing holding me back from doing it, because essentially most of the audience is from the US.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, most of the amps are pretty well the same. There's nothing sort of crazy.
Oh, it's nothing crazy, but just I'm generally like, I think
you're overly concerned.
When we did I did the stream with Lyle. I was sort of the guinea pig for his live stream and setup, and people were asking, us about stuff, and they're like, "Oh, this particular model V1200 and whatever." Thinking about what speaker, and Lyle's like, "Yeah, I'll take over from that one." So that's got a floating baffle. That's got this speaker, but you might not be able to mount it with that. But then, and I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So
see, I've got no qualms in answering a lot of those kinds of questions, because I mean, like, my experience, like for example with speakers, is that there's no such thing as a bad speaker. Just It's not right for you for that particular instance, and especially when it comes to speakers, I like to steer people away from the traditional ones. It's like, try something new, try something interesting. There's so many cool Celestion speakers.
There's interesting, and then there's just so different that it's shit though. Like how many different EQ curves can you have? Like, it's sort of if you've got something that's really unique, it becomes a one-trick pony, if you know what I mean. Like the Jensens, for example, the Alnico Jensens sound fucking terrible if you have any drive.
I think they sound great.
Shit. They fucking horrible things.
Yeah.
They've got this massive peak around 4K, and it's just like, ugh, fucking hell. And if you have a Fender breaking up, like a Fender-style circuit breaking up, it shows every single little clip on the waveform. And then you throw like a creamback at it and just the whole thing over, and it sounds like a fucking creamy, awesome drive. It actually was to the point early on, because Jensens were one of the first speakers I bought, because I got them from Evatco when I was buying all my bits and pieces from Evatco. I actually thought I had an oscillation. It was that bad. And I'm hunting down, and I've got the scope, and I'm like, there's no oscillation. And then I realized I just plugged it into another speaker out of desperation. This is like fucking 8 years ago or something. And it sounded beautiful. I'm like, holy fuck, that speaker's that bad. And then I got another one thinking it was broken. Sounded exactly the same. It was like, ugh.
See, I've never had that issue. Like I hear it, and I hear that kind of character, and I also think, what does it sound like mic'd up? What does it sound like when it's recorded? What's it going to sound like with 3 fuzz pedals in front of it? What's it going to sound like with like a Les Paul versus a Telecaster?
That's all well and good, but when you're selling amps, they want to plug in and have a listen, and straight away they're like, oh, that sounds horrible. And I sold an amp with one in, and the guy's like, oh, that's fucked. Can you change that speaker? I'm like, yeah, I'll change the speaker. So,
See, I've sold probably 2 or 3 dozen amps with those Jensen Alnico speakers in them. Customers are generally happy with them.
if they're playing clean, they're fine.
No, a lot of these guys are like
power amp in overdrive, and it sounds fucked.
A lot of these guys were pushing like that, and a lot of them had like pedal boards with stacked overdrives and things like that as well. So it's just horses for courses. Everyone's got their own sort of taste on things and that. And that's why it's like I don't mind the Jensens. They're not too shabby. They sound a lot better when they're properly broken in. That's a big thing as well.
Especially when you massage the surround.
Yeah.
Give it a
but
tweak.
even that, like pushing them a little harder as well, just to like soften up the rest of the cone too.
Just chuck them on a variac, mate.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like some of the like weirder sort of Celestians kind of sound cool as well, and like some of the sort of like just random speakers, things that aren't just a greenback, a creamback, a V30. I mean, that's like 90% of the market right there.
Yeah, playing with a lot of the eminences is fun. Some of them don't have as well. They don't. A lot of it's marketing too. Like everyone wants something that they know. But if you have one here to demonstrate, which is one of the reasons I wanted to build some more speaker cabinets. I built a few and they sold pretty quick. The 1x12s, the 2x12s are still here, but everyone wanted a 1x12. And the beauty with the 1x12s is you can build a bunch of them, cover them with different types of Tilex, so people have got a visual choice. And then you can also have different speakers in them. And people can try them out, put a big label on the front saying this is a governor, bloody blah, whatever.
And that's why I'm so damn annoyed at Music Connection, because years and years ago, when I had my account with them and I was just getting started, when I just started up the shop and I took on FGN as a dealership, they were like, we got this whole thing that we're doing. We're importing Eminence cabinets as well, because they're making cabinets and they're 112 and 212 and they're just blank cabinets and you can put whatever you want in them. I was like, okay, cool. My plan was actually to have a bunch of those 112 cabs there loaded up with the different speakers. And they never got around to importing the cabs. They kept talking about it, and we're going to do it whenever. Oh my god!
I'm starting
Seriously,
to get the shits, but a lot of the reps are doing that, man. Like, I'll hold off on, getting an account with another company because there's rumors going around, or they're going to stock this, they're going to get these in, they're going to change the, it never happens, and then you wish you just changed to the other one. But yeah, I think you just have. My issue was I didn't want to start too many accounts with too many people, because if you're putting small amounts of cash through them, they don't take you seriously and they don't give you the time of day. So if you've got a few distributors and you're putting more money through them, they tend to treat you a bit better. So I've held off intentionally on a few of them. But there's brands I want, but there's like fucking 15 distributors in Australia, and it's fucked, because if you want everything, you've got to have like 15 accounts. Like
that's
if
why
I want radial DIs,
everything.
I want radial DIs, but that's like the only thing I want from that company. So
Amber,
yeah.
Amber do heaps of good stuff.
Yeah, I know they do heaps of stuff, but there's stuff that I don't necessarily want right now. But I want the DIs. So then you got to start an account with them just to get the DIs and there.
But you know what? The good thing with that, and like for example, because I've got my account with Amber, even though I'm like getting out of the retail side of things, it's still I can order whatever I want from them. Because once you've got an account with them, you've got basically open access to most everything. You may not get the best pricing on it, but it
shits me when they hold off a range. They're like, oh, you can only have this, and then if you put fucking 50,000 through, then we'll let you have this. It's like, fuck off, mate. Like, are you aware that like all the music shops are fucking closing down and shit? Like,
Oh no, there's some stuff I'll tell you about later that will absolutely like boil your blood that I found out recently. I'm like, oh, like
I'm not sure I want my blood to be boiled this week. Maybe next week when I'm feeling a bit better.
But yeah, no, the industry is just it is hard for people like us. I mean, hell, I'm here in the middle of Sydney's live music scene, and I don't see anyone. Not really seeing any customers. Things are dead quiet. And even when people
and then
are
seeing like the music festivals going down, like Blues Fest in Byron Bay, that was a huge festival. Now that's gone down.
Yeah.
What do we got now? Good Things. That's about it. We used to be the bloody festival capital of the world per capita. We had the best festivals in the fucking world. But at least we're here to see the tail end of it, the late 90s, early 2000s, because it slowly declined from there on.
Yep, I lost you. Where'd I put you?
You still hear me?
I can hear you, but I can't see you now because I just changed something.
That's all that matters, mate. Oh, got a headache. I think I need to get another coffee. I haven't even finished this one yet, but I know there's another one required.
Come on.
All right, let's catch up on the chat. Oh, no, I almost reported someone. Whoops.
Let's not
pressed
do
the
that.
wrong button. Travis put a Jensen 10-inch Tornado neodymium into his Fender Princeton. Yeah, they're good. I do like the Tornadoes. They're nice speakers. They're nice and smooth for a Neo. People have an idea that the Neos are harsh. I haven't found that to be the case in any Neo. Even the Jensen Neo, actually, I don't mind. The one that comes in the Tone Master pieces of shit. That's the one thing they got good going for them. They got 100-watt.
Let's try that again.
Fully go down, did it?
Yeah, I just had to reboot it.
What an arsehole.
I know, right? All right, we back. Can you hear us? Can you see us? Father, can you hear me?
Look at the latency delay here, but looks like the chat's moving.
Yep, it's back now.
I'm just still gone.
All right, let me just fix that then. Okay, come on. Let me do the thing.
There's all these people on YouTube demanding I send them schematics all of a sudden. They're like, give me a schematic. Well, get fucked.
Kissing my ass.
You're not my real dad.
You're not my real dad. Let me just see what's going on there. Come on.
I think you need to get the Mac back, mate.
I am on the Mac.
Oh, I thought you said you're on the PC.
No, I said I got to build a PC. And again, oh my god. Sorry, guys, but it's gone crazy. It won't allow me to do my thing. Oh, there it is. Cool. There we go. Whoa, okay. It just went really wild. Now I'm all like skewed off to one side too.
Oh,
you can just see a sliver of my face.
Told you we should have just done the phone to phone again. That worked.
No, because it looks like shit. I want to do it properly. Stop making it so that it's bloody, too hard. You're the one who keeps doing stupid bloody repairs and who keeps wanting to like do stuff because of the fact that. Oh, shut up!
Can't even see us, mate. Can't even see us.
It's all right. They can hear us. It's all that matters.
You got a white square.
Exactly. It's all right.
Come on.
Yeah, this is we do things not because it is easy.
Framing, you fuck.
Okay, let's try that.
Have you used StreamYards?
StreamYards?
Yeah. Apparently that's what Tone Talk and that use.
Why would I just use OBS because it's easier.
No, I mean it's direct chat to chat, and it's got all the chat moderation tools and everything built in.
Yeah, it's just built on OBS.
Okay.
All of that software is built on OBS.
Yeah, but it's got feature sets that are either fucking painful to set up or impossible in OBS.
No, it's easy to set up an OBS. You just got to get it set up. I just haven't sat there and do it. Why are you so against OBS? Why do you hate it so much?
Because it's a kind of a program. It's a fucking
So
piece
is
of shit.
Linux. So
It
is
crashes
Android.
all the
I hate
time. It
Android.
fucking changes settings every time I fire the fucking thing up.
That's a you problem.
It's not a me problem. I'm not the one changing the settings every time I open the fucking thing. It changes the settings on itself.
Seriously, I never have that problem.
Really?
Yeah. Never once.
Heat transfer compound.
Forbidden jelly.
Speaking of stupid repairs, this guy begged me to repair his, what are they? Tannoy Reveal 6Ds.
Ooh.
So now there's somewhere that needs replacing. Or fucking all of them.
Alright, so it should be now going through. Come on. There we go. We're back.
Boom! Boom!
Boom.
Or as they say in rugby league, move!
Thank you, Richard. I shall grab a beer indeed. I'm going to drink some tonight.
I was going to bring down some tequila and have a morning breakfast tequila because I could have one and drive back.
Yeah.
Maybe not like 5, but unless I had a Tesla, get drunk and autopilot back.
you know that it just crashes straight into a wall.
Yeah, that's all right. You go limp, you survive these things.
Yeah, so you do that, but then the problem is it turns into a fireball, and there's no way to get out of the car.
Yeah, there is that. There is that. Yeah, that's what they say about like when you're riding a push bike, when you ride it drunk, you fall off the thing like 6 times, but you're fine because you're so drunk you go limp. You don't fight it, so you just sort of roll into a ball and you're okay. You don't do much.
A question
damage.
from Jim Cox: anyone straightened out bent speaker baskets? I wonder if it's worth a try for some vintage 30s. Probably not, because once those baskets are bent, it can cause the coil to shift like a bee's dick of an amount off to the side and rub against the magnet. So
your whole piece. You don't want, at least not in public.
Yeah.
Like that one. I've got that here still. I think that one actually will be recoverable because it's just the surround that just hit right on the edge.
But which one was it?
Remember when we went to Ledford to the deceased estate?
Yeah.
And it was just one of the cheapies. If the arse fell out of the box and the fucking speaker hit the deck.
Oh, that's right. I remember that.
Yeah. Whoops. You broke it, you bought it. Ooh, trim pots.
Trim pots.
Yeah. I'm opening a box of goodies from Mouser.
No.
Man, I've been ordering off Mouser literally every second day at the moment,
eh?
I'll assess
if it wasn't for the free shipping, man.
Yeah, well, I'm ordering enough to get free shipping. I intentionally... I have a rolling list of stuff that I need to stock up on, but isn't urgent. So then when I need a part urgently, I can just fill out the order with stuff that I'm going to need to order eventually anyway, like 100K resistors, the usual shit. But yeah, finding these RCA connectors was fun. RCAs, pots, like I had a Phantom FA06, the Roland.
Yeah,
and all the sound modifier controller pots that had failed. So I had to find the exact pot because nothing else would fit. The shaft had to be just right and everything. Eventually, I found them, but it took a while. But now I've got that number. I might list them on my website as replacement pots for FA06s. So
yeah, well that's what I did with like the Korg stuff, because Korg use a particular couple of encoders on their various things. I got a stack of them on hand that I picked up previously. So.
Yeah, like what am I trying to say? What was the other brand? God, my train of thought just disappears like that, doesn't it?
Who looks squirrel?
Yeah. Well, I thought I heard someone outside, and that distracted me. What was I saying? Oh yeah, replacement parts. So I was talking about pots, talking about jacks, talking about the Roland. Oh yeah. So there's another company that sells them, FAO6 sound modified pots, and he's charging like $15 a pot, and like that actual part, it's just an Alps Alpine piece of shit, and they're like $1.80. So I'm like, you bastard.
That's the way to do it though, because you can either get them directly from Roland if you're like a repairer, or you have to like go somewhere else. And if it's just like someone looking to replace it themselves or whatever else, they're gonna have to spend the time going through Mauser. Because how long did it take for you to find that part and go through the data sheets and all that sort of shit?
Good half an hour. I do that shit over lunch.
Yeah.
So I'll be sitting there with my schnitty or whatever, and just tracking down. The problem is the data sheets. when you have a product listed on somewhere like Mouser, you open the data sheet, but it's not a data sheet.
Richard,
for that pot.
thank you.
It's a series
have
data sheet. See you, Richard. Take it, squeezy legend. So yeah, you've got to go through the data sheet and figure out what code it's supposed to be. It's a real pain in the ass. I did a video on it a while back.
Yeah.
The funny thing was I had that video in the Canon already edited, ready to go. And then I was going to release it at 7 a.m. That's 6 a.m., 7 a.m. That seems to be the previous afternoon in the States, and it seems to be when the videos get the most traction. So I waited till the morning to release it. It was actually scheduled to be released at 6 a.m. And I got up earlier than that, and I saw that Lyle literally made a fucking video about the exact same topic and released it the night before. I'm like, oh my God. We talk every other day, but neither of us mentioned anything about that.
Yeah.
It's just complete chance.
Yeah, I was gonna do a similar sort of video at some point, but I'm like, you know what? It's cool for the techie type stuff, but engagement wise, it doesn't get a huge amount unless it's like,
it didn't get too bad. But it was mainly just me sort of explaining to the customers why it costs what it does to track down parts. Like when the manufacturer doesn't support their products by selling you these parts, they just say, "Oh, here's an $800 buyer. Oh, you want that replacement part? Well, that's going to be $789. Like, fuck you. You know what you're doing. Don't give me that shit. That's planned obsolescence, you fucks."
That's what these companies do, man.
I'm fucking over it. They need to be flagged for it. If it's like a $300-400 amp, fair enough. Like, I understand that. There's economies of scale. You can't get around mass producing shit, but some of these things, they're like $3,000 products and they're unsupported. I'm like, fuck you. Like, that is bullshit. Like, Fender and their fucking Tone Masters. Like, out of warranty. Throw the whole amp in the bin. Like, you assholes.
But we all know why they're doing that, right? Especially Fender.
Because they're a bunch of fuckwits. That's why.
Yeah, because they're specifically tied up in a bunch of private equity money. That's it. They need to make all the money.
And people are like, oh, you're a Fender hater. Go, yeah, I am. So there's a reason for it. Do you just love them for no reason? Like, who's the idiot here? You.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, you're just a hater. Like, yep, 100%.
I hate them because I hate companies that do that because of what they do to customers. That's my main thing. I'm there for the customer.
Is the fucking people commenting about this? Oh, you're a hater. It's like, I'm on your side, you fucking idiot. I'm the one defending you and trying to make you not get fleeced out of all your money, and then you're the one insulting me for telling you, you know, how these companies are taking advantage of you. Go back to sleep, you fucking sheep.
Let's see, we've got some comments here.
Man.
Oh, yeah. Well, speaking of comments, let's go through some nicer ones here. So, what do we got here?
See, it's your channel. I can be a complete arsehole here. It's fine.
Exactly. So can I. It's my channel. Alan Farmer, have a good day. I am 71 today. Hey, well, congratulations. Making it down towards that end of the life. You know, can't complain all in all. What?
Don't put it like that.
What? Making it down towards, that end. It's a good thing.
Twilight era.
It's the years where you get to just chill out and relax,
You can
That's
run
the goal, is it
marathons
not?
at 96, mate. No excuses.
I can't run a marathon now.
You could if you wanted to. Don't give
No,
me
I
that
could
shit.
not really.
Yes, you could.
The amount of effort, my God.
No, you could if you wanted to, but you don't want to. So
Yeah, I didn't enough of that. Travis McCartney, in relation to what we were talking about before with Fender, lowest replaceable unit, board level sparing. However, the problem is, right, Fender don't sell the boards for them.
no, they don't sell the boards either. That's
Yep.
If they sold the boards, Travis, even if they were exorbitant, at least you could recover it. But they don't sell the boards even. So the thing is literally not recoverable.
Yeah.
So the whole thing goes in the bin.
It is insane. Like it is so incredibly anti-consumer. It's the kind of thing that wants to
hostile.
spur me on to doing my best Lewis Rossman impersonation, and I'm just as depressing as he is too.
You don't quite have the sunken eyes yet,
dude. Like you have seen like the bags under my eyes, right?
but
I'm
nothing
a close
competes
second.
with him. He's like a fucking raccoon.
He really is.
He's got to get some sleep, that boy.
He does.
The thing is,
from
he's
Joe
like,
McGraw.
he's a pretty fit dude, but he just fucking hyper focused. I just hope he fucking enjoys life. That's all, because sometimes it feels like he doesn't. But yeah.
Let's see, we got from Joe McGraw. Guess some people don't like to hear they just spent way too much money for an amp without doing a little research. Yes,
that's what it is.
There is actually a psychological phenomenon behind it. It's the same reason why when you confront someone with particular beliefs that they may have, and you approach them in a way that presents them negatively. So, for example, someone who's in a particular cult, maybe something about a political figure or something, and you say, this person is... Hey, don't go too far now. But yeah, if you approach those people and you say this is negative, whatever, and you have them challenge their own view on that, their first thing is to clamp down and push against it. Yeah, they don't want to. So when someone, for example, when someone has bought something, you basically say, look, it's not a great product or whatever else like that. To them, they take it personally because that's psychologically how the brain's going to do it, and that's what kind of sucks. So that's where it's like our job to try and help people not get it or understand what they're in for now that they own it. It's like when someone comes in and they bring an instrument and they say it's XYZ brand, XYZ product, the amount of times I can turn around and say, is this the problem? And they turn around and go, yes. Why? Because we see so many of them. Because it's a known issue and a known fault. Someone walks in, for example, with an Ormsby guitar, and they go, oh, it's not playing very well. And I'm like, well, the frets are going to be out of whack, the nut's going to be crap, and it's probably going to have terrible bloody QC on it all overall. Or someone walks in with like a Fender Hot Rod Deluxe or something and goes, oh, it's making a loud humming noise. We know what the problem is.
I had a guy this week. He came in. He's like, oh, I need a new tube. I said, okay.
Yeah.
Why? And he goes, oh, my amp's making a funny noise. I go, okay. It's got like 5 tubes in it, right? Which one? And he's like, oh, this one. And he held up a 12AX7. I go, how do you know it's that one? He goes, because I took it out and it stopped. I go, okay. There's multiple reasons that could happen too. Which amp is it? He said, oh, Hot Rod Deluxe. Okay. Well, they've got like multiple systemic issues. The capacitors will be leaking by now. The low voltage supply will be overheated and probably damage the board, blah, 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 blah. And his eyes just glazed over and he's like, oh no. And I'm like, well, sorry, man. I could sell you a tube, but it's not going to fix the problem. And then you want a refund on the tube, or you can bring your amp in. I can have a look at it and we can go from there. But yeah, that's the sad truth of it. And we're not trying to be mechanics to fleece you. We're actually trying to fix your shit.
Yeah. I like even trying to explain to customers when they call up and go, oh yeah, this product, I got this amp and it's not working. I think it's this problem. It's like, okay, what is it actually doing? Oh, I think it's this problem because I read this. Like, it's like, no. What is it actually doing so I can get an idea? Yeah, what's the symptom? Don't tell me what you think the problem is because it's probably going to be wrong. 90% of the time it is.
They give you the old, it's probably just the fuse.
I mean, yeah, it
could be.
probably is the fuse, but
I think
why did the fuse go?
two times in my whole life, I've had an amplifier where the fuse was just fatigued and there was nothing wrong with the amp, and they were
I have
both
had a
bass
couple.
combos.
I've had a couple over the years, but usually it's because they're like cheap Chinese fuses or whatever. Especially the
that
ones
too,
from
yeah.
Wes. I had a couple from that I got from Wes. I don't get fuses from them anymore.
I found out what the issue is with that.
Mm.
So they mislabeled some of their fuses. I think whoever packs the bags, they were putting fast
And
blows in the slow blow.
I told them that, and they refused to believe me. And I said,
So-
no, look at the fuse. It's not marked the way it should be for a slow blow, and you can see clearly it's a hair fuse. It's got no current ability.
Yeah, their slow blows are usually labeled with an S, which is a bit not
S or
standard.
T.
Normally they've got a T. Yeah, like T1A.
No, there's both. Both are things. T is the European designation. S is the US.
Yeah,
Because T
rarely
stands for
see
Trag.
S. That's French, yeah.
Huh? No,
That's
it's German.
French. German.
Hmm.
Plug. Sounds like a name of an IKEA couch. Are you like a Trag?
IKEA is great. I love IKEA.
That's the first place we went to when lockdown lifted. Went to IKEA. There was
Nice.
a line out the front. People obviously really craved IKEA.
I need my cheap flat pack furniture.
Yeah, I just like their gewgaws, like their silly lamps and shit.
There are some things there that work really well that they sell. Like I've got some of their magnetic knife holders that I use for holding tools.
Yeah,
because they're brilliant.
Yeah, you can repurpose a bunch of their shit. Like their chopping boards, like that's a good source of nylon. You can use 10mm nylon sheet for manufacturing bits and pieces and jigs and templates and whatever. And just laugh at the names. And have a nap on their beds.
Yep. Play hide and seek.
I bet people try and root on their beds. It's like the bogan version of the Mile High Club, just having sex at IKEA. We're part of the what would you call that?
I suppose it'd be the Mile Wide Club, given how large the stores are.
Yeah. Or you've seen when you go there, you go get a roll of tape and you reroute the path so people end up going in a loop. It's like put an arrow on the ground pointing back to the entrance and people go around in a circle.
Let's see. Rob F. I got a huge chuckle from all those folks who were outraged Gibson let Mace's founder go. I replied, perhaps Gibson could use the savings to hire a good EE to redesign their boards. And honestly, this is something I will say, right? A lot of people were comparing it to how they owned like Trace Elliott and a bunch of other like brands that they screwed up. That was under the previous management. I'm wondering what the next Mesa design or revision will be like under the new ownership now that Randall's not there. It could be.
Yeah. I honestly think it can't be... it's actually difficult to design a board as bad as Randall designed them. So and the fact that all the Mesa boards were the same over all the decades, I honestly think he was the only one that was allowed to lay out the boards. And now he's gone. Hopefully someone lays them out a bit better. I mean, literally, you could auto-place the components and end up with a better layout than he had. But
even beyond that, it's like just silly things about the design, how they do it, that require, for example, so many ducking FETs because of where they're placing the relays and all the weird stuff that they're doing, and just things
like they'll intentionally, well, not intentionally, they don't know what's causing it, but they'll create a switching circuit that pops like fuck, and then they'll create this this super extravagant circuit to mute that pop when you could just put a fucking 10 meg resistor across the cap and the pop's gone. Like they've created problems by accident. They haven't known how to resolve them, so they come up with these convoluted ways of fixing them when they could just do a bit of design, maybe.
Yeah.
But what do I know? I'm not a multinational amp company, so.
I mean, you could be if you wanted to be, but you'd have to sell your soul for that one.
Yeah. One day.
One day.
When I've sufficiently worn my soul out, I'll sell it. when it's not
It's all
worth
right, I'll
fuck
sell
all.
my soul for a bit of money.
It's got about
I like
a million
money.
Ks on it.
Yeah, I like money.
You like money?
I like
You
money.
call yourself a leftist.
Exactly. Hey. As Vosh says, for example, yes, I want decommodified housing, but I also want my iPhone.
Yeah.
You can have both.
I don't. I'd rather not have a phone. I've had a lot of
I
people
need
getting
my phone.
upset at me this week about not having my phone number public.
Mm.
Like 3 people came in yesterday. They're like, "Oh, I can't even get in touch with you via phone." I'm like, "No, I don't want to talk to you on the phone all day."
Yeah.
But I said once we've had a business interaction, then you've got my phone number. Simple as that. Because it's in the email signature. So it's on every document that we share. So what's the big issue? But people just want to ring up and have a chat, and just the thing I'm starting to get now is people contacting me wanting free advice, and it's always trickled away in the background, but now they're actually getting like quite demanding. Like, oh, I don't want to bring this amp to you, but can you tell me how to fix it? It's like, fuck off, no.
Just cut them off straight away. Nope. See ya.
Yeah.
Bye.
No.
I get people calling up asking me about products that they can buy from my competitors.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. There's like,
nah.
I found this, or even secondhand stuff. I found this amplifier. What do you reckon? Is it any good? I'm like, I don't know. Like, if they're a good customer and they bring stuff to me, I'll give them the time of the day. But if it's literally a cold call saying, should I buy this? I'm like, I don't care. Like, what couch should I buy? Can you tell me what's a good couch? So I don't waste my money. Help me.
Yeah.
Fucking.
So I don't even get phone calls. I don't get many phone calls like that these days. My phone barely rings anymore.
Yeah, well, mine too, because I've taken off the listing.
So my phone numbers are all on everything, but nobody calls up. The funny part is though, when people like call up the phone and then go, "Whereabouts are you located?" It's like you got the number off of Google, where the address is literally the next line below.
Yeah. I think some people just don't want to use Google, like,
even though they've literally just used it, and it's right there.
Yeah, it's weird, man. I get the occasional person that just can't find the shop to save their life, and 99% of the people that come here find it first go. But I've literally had to be out on the street flagging people down before, and it's like, how come everyone else can find it but you can't? Dunno.
Let's see. We got some comments here. We got Alan Farmer got an Epiphone Galaxy 35 to try improving. Not looking forward to that. I wouldn't either, because it's a Gibson amp, and Gibson amps were always like an afterthought and awful and just ugh.
Jim Cox, Brad, what's your phone number? I can just call you when I need a new schematic. That's the other thing. People are like, "Oh, give me a schematic." I'm like, literally, it's the first fucking result on Google, man. Like, have you got the schematic for a Blues Junior? It's like, it is like you walk outside, you trip over one. Like, they're everywhere.
Yeah. It's not like some obscure random product that maybe is a little harder to find, and you've got to like know people to be able to get schematics from those people.
You get the occasional one of them, but yeah, it's pretty rare these days. If you I mean, I repair all sorts of stupid shit, but
same.
if you're repairing stuff that's advisable to repair, chances are the schematics are out there.
Yeah. That's I get so many people asking for like especially like schematics for like Yamaha and Line 6 products. Good thing is Yamaha, most of their schematics are out there because they're not exactly tight about them, but there are certain ones that kind of aren't floating around. So like with some of the other guys that we know ask for them, it's like, all right, here you go. Have a schematic. There it is. Or like I just paid $15 for that bloody. Sorry, £15, 15 squiggles for a for the service manual for the vocal stressor.
Yeah.
And we got Scotty in the house.
Which Scotty?
Hey, champion.
Oh, Scotty Brockway. How you going, legend? Scotty, you got to change your profile pic away from being a pedal because it makes you look like a pedal pleb. How come I've got a white square under me? Is that the best I can do?
It's because I didn't want to fuck around anymore with the with fucking adjusting it because it was going to crash again. It's alright. I got your face on there. It's good enough.
Got my face.
Yeah.
And
Sorry,
the other
once
thing
I got the dedicated streaming PC set up, then we'll be able to do all this kind of stuff properly. So
I was thinking I should get a beefier PC and just mount an LCD there. But this wall behind me is covered with tools. So where the fuck do I put the screen?
You put it on an articulated arm so you can swing it out of the way.
I can't though. Like I've already got one here. There's a wall here. There's schematics. There's oscilloscopes and fucking lamps and shit. I'm literally
you
in
just
a
get an
cave
articulated.
already.
Yeah, you get an articulated arm that you can swing like literally out of the way, because you can get them on. They'll go up and down as well as backwards and
There
forwards.
is
Trust
no
me,
out of the way.
I've seen your I've seen your bench. There are like 3 places I can think of where it would go.
Yeah, nah, fuck that. Laptop it is. Is that the cops going past?
Yeah, they go down here like mad all the time.
Guess it is Saturday morning. They got a lot of drunks.
They go through Tuesday afternoon like that too. Because cop shop's only like, a couple of blocks down the road.
Ah, cop shop.
What happened to Google Glass? One of the most famous like recent product failures of all time, because it was absolutely terrible and didn't really do much. But then again, Google are a company who developed something once really cool 25 years ago, and since then have done absolutely nothing except buy up companies, and their own things they designed and created were all shit and failed. They've literally never created anything except for the original Google search, which they have now completely destroyed, courtesy of their new head of search and that, Prabhagar Ragathan. Thank you, Ed Zitron, and the Better Offline podcast. Really, really good. Recommend checking it out.
Better Offline. What's the premise of that?
So Ed Zitron is like a journalist and owns a PR company, all the rest of that, and he deals with a lot of tech stuff. So basically it covers all things like tech, but through like sort of like how things going. So he's done stuff like talking about how Google have gone and destroyed their own products for infinite growth of metrics that don't actually really matter, talking about how AI and the bubble that's going to burst and all the rest of that. Just all that kind of stuff. Like really, really, really cool dude. Really cool podcast. Well worth it.
I should check that out.
Yeah. It's similar to like Factually with Adam Conover. Really, really good. He just speaks to like a random expert on a topic like every week and just talked about all sorts of weird, crazy stuff. It's great.
I think there's just a lot of tech fetishism happening at the moment. People are coming up with solutions for problems that don't exist.
Yep, literally that's the kind of thing that like the podcast that's all about.
Yeah,
and yes,
a lot of it's just ego projects, I think.
Yeah, it is. People don't know what they're doing. I mean, take a look at Meta and the bloody metaverse, and it all came about because Mark.
I forgot about
that. Yeah, it's because bloody Zuckerberg can't be kicked out of his position on thing, and he has total control of the company. And part of that also comes down to the dude who founded Napster.
Oh yeah,
yeah. It's a whole crazy thing. Like really interesting episodes about that. Yes, Pete. Thank you muchly, Mr. Pete Ross. Happy birthday to me. Thank you.
Pete, there you go.
And from Scotty, thank you for the birthday wishes and all the rest of that. I also wish it were under better circumstances. So.
Sorry, Pete. I've been meaning to get back to you regarding your email. I'll do that on Sunday. I don't have a chance till then. Sorry. Typical tech life. 3 spare seconds a week. Why did I order 0.3mm solder?
Probably to do really, really fine S&D work like I do.
No, by accident. That's why.
Well, I've got a roll of 0.46. I got my 0.7 and I got my 1.0. Yeah, that's what I use down to like 0603. So.
I generally just use 0.7 for everything, even tiny SMD shit, because I'm generally drag soldering. So that's when you have a drag of your cigarette and then you solder.
Yeah. Oh God, it's been many years since I've had a drag of a cigarette, and I don't intend on doing it again.
You got to filter the flux through a cigarette, as ABE would say.
Speaking of SMD stuff and that, I made a post up in one of the synth repair groups and all the rest of that, and just talking about leaky caps, which are a problem in a bunch of like 90s Japanese stuff, like 90s and 2000s.
Not just 90s, man. Yeah, 2000s as well. Yeah.
Yeah, up to about like 2010. All the S&D caps, the electrolytics in the analog path would leak, and like the whole thing, like I learned from old mate over one of the other techs that we know, and he said twist them off, and I'm like that sounds terrifying, and then I gave it a try, and sure enough, it worked, and I've done like over 1,000 caps that way, and I've torn 2 pads off. That's it, and they were both highly corroded. That was it. Out of all of that. And he goes, oh, no, you've got to do this and this, and you've got to do this, or you'll damage that way. It's like everything you just talked about there risks more chances of damaging the pads through heat, especially if they're highly corroded and they've affected the glue underneath it. So,
as long as you push them down as you do it, it's fine.
Yeah, it's because the way that it works. Because as you twist it, as I explained to people, push into the board and you twist, and what you're doing is you're shearing along the weak pointed legs like tearing a piece of paper. That's why they come off.
The legs are tiny.
Yeah.
Have a look, champions. Here's an SMD cap. Let's get the funny boy zoomed in as far as she'll go.
Focus.
So here's the caps. How they come in the thing, and they're the legs. They're just tiny little bits of foil, basically.
Yeah, but the thing is, they can have enough adherence.
And they're pretty large ones.
Yeah, they can have enough. Like you can pull on them and actually tear the pad off because of how much contact area there is. But when they're soldered onto the pad, and then you tear across that short side, that's what causes them to come off the board easier without damaging anything.
Yeah. Look at these. Look at these poor components. Look at the corrosive brown glue on everything.
Yeah.
The caps, just like their legs are completely eaten through. I think one of these caps had a hole in the bottom of it, so that's vented. Gross.
Oh, Joe McGraw. Yes, I have actually seen Glass Slinger on YouTube. I don't. Are they actually? Do they cross dress or are they trans? I don't know.
No, he's just a cross dresser.
Okay, because I've seen. Yeah.
Each to their own. What you do in your own workshops, your own business.
Whatever works. He's
half the time I'm not even wearing pants. Like, at least his clothes.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's an eccentric dude. I'll give him that.
Yeah, but then again, I mean, isn't there like Big Clive with his collection of like oversized dildos or something as well? Like everyone.
Yeah, he's got the Bad Dragon collection.
Yeah,
and
yes, Fran is trans. I love Fran. Yeah. She is great.
Fran's a legend.
She is so cool.
She does get a little bit whingy from time to time, but don't we all?
Yeah,
I think she.
But then, I mean, she's also copped it pretty hard.
She gets upset about the algorithm. It's like, you're not going to, just play the game or get out, get a real job.
Yeah, that's why you gotta do the thumbnails, you gotta do the posts. That's why I gotta take it serious and do more of my streams and do more of my prepared videos and finishing editing these ones because it's the way to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. She does some amazing shit though. Like the stuff she got her hands on, like the Apollo flight computers and shit. Like, I don't know where she gets this stuff.
I mean, all of that stuff just floats around in the US as like surplus. It's kind of weird.
I guess so. I mean, it goes somewhere. I just assumed it would all be in a museum, but
nah. I mean, with how much of it was made.
Yeah, I guess so. They had a lot of backup, a lot of prototypes. You don't go on a Rev A when you fly to the moon.
No, but then again, I mean, with how it's all being privatized now, and like those poor bastards are now stuck up in space. And do you know why they're probably not going to come back for a while? Because of the fact that because it's all being privatized and SpaceX is run by the smartest, most amazing, least racist person in the world. The spacesuits between the space station and SpaceX aren't compatible.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So what they got like oxygen ports and shit on them.
Yeah, various things that won't work correctly, and they won't work. The spacesuit won't fit into the SpaceX. It's dumb as shit. So
that was like our train systems where they made the fucking trains too big for the track or something.
From Scotty Brockway, some of my best friends and smartest people I know are trans. Yes, I have many friends in that because, being a part of the queer community myself, there's a lot of people who I've known over the years who are like that, and I've probably got, I don't know, maybe a half a dozen friends who are of that sort of, that is their life and that's what they're all about. And anyone who wants to disparage them or do anything else like that, I will fight you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any trans friends because I'm a Westie. There's not many out here. But 6 is in the city, so. But yeah, I don't.
And yet half the people I know who are trans live business. 5 minutes down the road from you.
Hey, right. Okay.
Yeah, because it's cheap out there.
I don't know.
It's cool.
Six thinks I'm a normie, so.
Well, I mean, everyone's a normie comparative to me. I'm a weirdo.
Well, you still eat Vegemite, so you're right by me.
Yeah.
I'm just going to get some solder. Hang on.
Right on. Jesse Hicks, thank you for the birthday messages. Thank you. Flatto and high heels. Yes! I remember once there was a drag queen that I saw that did basically that. It was like an outfit that was like fully glamorized bogan. It was amazing. Like, it was the craziest thing that I've ever seen. Yeah. And somehow I've woken up feeling rather sort of under the weather as well. I got like a cough and a sore throat. Ah! God damn it. Part boxes fell down. Wasn't anything in them. I've got to stack them up and put some stuff in there. So. What the hell was that? Oh, right. You just sound very distant there because you're on mute, I suppose.
Another mic, hang on.
Right.
You're picking me up on the guitar cabinet mic. I just realised I had 2 mics live.
Well done.
That's always risky. Yeah, it's right down at my ass level too. I just boiled the kettle, but I think I'm going to have to go get an actual coffee because I don't think tea's going to cut it.
Nah. I don't think I need a tea or a coffee.
Oh, man. This thing's pressing against my skull. Ow.
That's why I use the AirPods.
Are you using that as a mic as well?
Nah.
What mic are you running at the moment? What am I hearing you through?
The overhead.
Okay. So it's
from the XA because something's going on. It's like, yeah, I don't know what's going on. It's either that or it's using the mic from the bloody laptop. I'm going to go through and check the settings.
It sounds like it's pretty tight still. It sounds like that's your shotgun mic, yeah?
No, that's just the mic from the on the body of the XA50.
Sounds okay, but nothing compares with my $600 Audio Technica.
I know. All those people are totally going to hear the difference when they're listening to it through their phone mics.
Through the compression, yeah. How do I sound, champions? Do you want me to sing? I'm here all night. Try the veil. Just ducking in to say, "How you going, Jesse? What's happening, legend? Did I owe you something, Jesse? Did you need to order something? I forget. I seem to remember I should have ordered something for you. Maybe I already did. I don't know. Why not?
Just went to Drag Bingo a few weeks ago. Drag Bingo is great.
Drag Bingo's great. I love it.
Yeah.
We did that for Shell's netball fundraiser. We had a Drag Bingo night. I supplied the PA and the lighting and the smoke machine. And what did she call me? She came up with a nickname for me. I don't know. I think they had their eye on me a bit. Yeah. I think they like the bearish look.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was good fun. And it was at a school hall because we hired a school hall for the night and all the netball crazies came out.
Yeah.
And everyone just brought an esky of beers. So you could just bring your own esky, and everyone sat the esky next to their table, and we played bingo.
Yeah.
And everyone got sloshed. It was great.
Yeah.
And the batteries ran out for the microphone halfway through, so I had to like sprint. I had to sprint like a kilometre to the nearest shop to get some more batteries. Came back all covered in sweat. Classic.
From Jesse. No, mate, we're square, but I do have a strat that needs a new nut when you're less busy.
Okay.
Brad is never less busy.
I'm pretty good now, Jesse. I caught up quite a bit over the last week because I was sick for like 2 weeks, and this last week was catch up week. So at the moment, I've only got like a dozen guitars in the queue. At the worst time, it came up to about 40, I think. But no, yeah, we're good. Bring it around, Jesse. We'll turn that around in about a fortnight. Quicker. We'll see how I go. But yeah, getting sick as a small business owner is a fucking nightmare, eh?
I seriously have no idea how I don't get sick. I don't know how I do it.
Maybe the pathogens take a glimpse into your soul and just do a U-turn. Fuck that!
They basically enter and it's like, oh God, it's just nothing but sadness in here. What the hell?
Good we can laugh about it.
Of course, you know. Laugh about all the terrible things in life, because if I didn't laugh, then I'd probably do something a lot more stupid.
Look at this.
That's a
Focus,
lens.
you fuck. It's a Voigtlander.
Oh, yeah.
It's heavy as fuck. I love it. It's great. It's a 10.5 millimeter f/0.95. Continuously variable aperture. No stops.
Yeah.
Fully manual. No electronics in it at all. No contacts or anything.
Yeah.
Beautiful lens.
So it's a cinema lens, basically.
Pretty much, yeah. It came with the GH5S, and he had it mounted on the camera, and he had the focus, the follow focus thing attached to it. Yeah, beautiful bit of kit. That's normally what I've got, but at the moment I've got the Olympus 18mm on because I thought I might need 17mm, sorry, because I thought I might need some autofocus. And it's actually it's playing the game today.
Yeah.
Seems to be autofocusing, not too much pulsing.
Just
Maybe
hurry
it knows.
Just hurry up and get a Sony, would you?
Maybe it knows its head's on the block. So this is my little compact camera. This is the GX85, which is my fun little pocket camera that I take around. It's not quite as small as the GM1 or whatever it is, the one that all the hipsters like, but it's got built-in IBIS and it's got all the features. It's got all the pro features in the smallest body that Lumix ever made, having all those features. So very cool. It's my main travel camera. That one. It's great. I love having constraints on photography.
Toodaloo.
I'll see you, Scotty. Take it easy, legend. Got to go clean the house. Oh shit, that's an arsehole of a thing. That ruins a weekend, isn't it? It's the whole Mr. Burns from The Simpsons thing. You actually have everything, but they're all keeping each other at bay.
Invincible.
It's like when you're building a fire and all the sticks are leaning up against each other. If you take one out, it'll all fall over. I've only got one sip of coffee left.
Oh no. I've only had one coffee this morning. Probably need another one.
Tap it into my veins.
Look into my veins.
So it's good to see Lyle's enjoying himself in London.
Yeah, nice.
He's going to all the museums. Fucking legend.
Yeah.
We're softly planning to go to the States and Canada next year around this time. So we're hoping to start off in Canada. I'll probably finish in Canada actually. Go hang out with Alon.
Nice.
If he's here, probably not. All right. We've got 24 viewers. Flannies and high heels. Yeah, that's how they rock out here. So did you get that? Oh, Michelle's just messaged me. Want your dad to make you a coffee? Fucking oath, I do.
Hell's yeah.
Does the Pope shit in the woods? Yes, please. Oh, she's probably watching the video anyway.
Mm.
When I started live streaming regularly, I don't know, 2020, 2021, Shell used to watch all my live streams. Now she doesn't watch any of them. She's just like, no, I don't care.
I don't need to bring the count up now. It's fine. There's other people going to do it.
Yeah. I actually went through and deleted all my old videos at one point, probably like 2021. Just because there was a lot of old shit on there. I started off as just being a fly on the wall, like come in and say g'day while I'm working, but it wasn't about the actual amps. And people came in expecting like a produced video that I do these days, and got very disappointed. I just realized I'm sitting there ranting and talking about current affairs and stuff like that. So yeah, I just deleted them because there was too many confused comments and questions and stuff on these very poorly produced videos.
Yeah, I just leave my old ones up. I don't care, whatever. It's like
So-
huh?
So Michelle must be watching the video because I just wrote back, yes, please. And she wrote back, does Barbie have a plastic fanny? I can't comment on the stream as it's members only commenting. Is it members only?
Members only.
Should be subscribers only, but not members only.
Yeah. No, I can see subscribers here that are yeah, you got to be a subscriber to comment.
And midstream ads. Oh, that's because you haven't got YouTube Premium, woman. What are you doing?
Yeah. It's all right. I put the thing on there because let's be honest. I need fucking money. Everything is shit.
Oh, you did make it members only.
No, it's not members only.
Okay.
Because I can see comments here from people who aren't members.
Oh yeah.
It's subscribers only. You've got to be subscribed for 5 minutes.
Hurry up and subscribe, woman. Bloody hell. Oh yeah, you can see the highlighted names.
Yeah. Yeah.
When are you going to start with different tiers? How many different tiers of membership have you got?
I've only got the one. I've only got the one for the moment. I'm gonna basically once I get everything sorted with the streaming and that, and start getting some more content out, then I'm gonna do a couple of things. So the sort of like monthly sort of chat and all the rest of that, and videos. Probably team up with you to do some stuff as well, and then just other bits and pieces and such as well. So it's about making sure that I've got enough content to go out as well.
Yeah, that's my problem at the moment. Just need to get the jobs out the door. I really ended up flooded there for a while. So no time for videos. Just need the videos make a little bit of money, but we make enough money to support the. Basically, I put all the money that I make on YouTube back into supporting other channels or subscriptions for, YouTube Premium, for example, and camera equipment. And that's about it.
Whereas in my
which is great. It's fantastic, but I've got a real job, is what I'm trying to say.
Whereas my business right now is very, very quiet, so I need to diversify my income streams. However, it's also, I want to do more of the stuff that I kind of enjoy, which is like some of the more produced content that I did. Things like the tones and teardowns and stuff where it's like opinionated or even history things. Like one of the videos that I've been sort of scripting and working on is about, let me just grab it from out here, 1 second.
Memento. Or as Big Clive says, 1 moment, please. I'll just try my camera in the meantime.
Trying some interesting things. So I've got like a script that I'm working on at the moment, which is about the history of anime tie-in instruments. So various animes and all the rest of that had instruments tied in. For example, like Fender had a Beck Telecaster, which was from the TV show, and then like all the way up to today, there's a bunch of like anime characters that have signature models. Like there's even a Gibson custom shop for a character from an anime. It's hilarious.
Really?
Yeah.
You
So
are
covering
such
stuff.
a nerd.
I am. Yeah, covering things like that, covering stuff like for example, how Japanese manufacturers came to be so good at what they did, and linking it into the history of Japanese woodworking, carpentry, and various techniques and stuff, and sort of how it goes there. And then another one is I've tentatively titled "The Aussie Roots of Fender Amplifiers."
Aussie roots.
The Aussie Roots of Fender Amplifiers.
You know what roots mean in Aussie though.
Yeah, I know. Bit of a double tie-in. But I'm just tying it into the US for the US and other viewers and that. But
well, come on, give us a sneak preview. What's the Aussie roots of a Fender amp? What the early musicians, like the early Aussie musos?
Nah, this thing.
No? What thing?
This thing.
Where am I looking?
Do you see what I'm holding up?
I see a box. A book.
It's a book.
Oh, okay. So that's the RCA Designer's Handbook.
Nope. It's the AWA.
Oh, AWA.
AWA Handbook.
Ah, okay. So he pulled circuits from the application sheets.
More than that. So, long story short, because Fender started as a radio repair and all the rest of that, and it was Langford who wrote the Radiotron Designer's Handbook. This one is the original Australian edition. So instead of RCA and instead of being red, it's Amalgamated Wireless Australia.
Yeah. Australasia. Sorry.
Yeah.
I hate to correct you there.
Amalgamated Wireless Valve Company Proprietary Limited. Early version. But yeah, so a lot of that came down to the fact that, Leo Fender, like a lot of other repairers, had his books there. So he would have started originally with the second edition, and then the third, and then this one, the fourth edition, which came out in 52. So this influenced a lot of the design on stuff like the 5F6A and similar with a lot of the designs in here. So there's obviously no specific circuits in here, but the ideas and the concepts came from here. So it was because of an Australian book where a lot of those design elements came from and inspired a lot of sort of design for valve technology and tubes and all the rest of that.
Mate, we designed everything, eh? Hills Hoist.
We had some boffins.
Rotary mower was Australian.
Yeah. The old Victor.
Everything.
The old peach tin.
Yep. Invented the shoey.
Here we go. The Amalgamated Wireless Valve Company, Pty Ltd, 1952. This is the first edition.
Nice.
Picked it up along with a bunch of other service books and tech books and that from an old electrical engineer who used to work for Telstra and various other things years ago, and he died 10, 15 years ago, and I got these from his son who was in his 60s at that time.
Yeah, right.
So, yeah, this guy had him for years. What was his name? He's written in here. N. Anderson Weston was his name.
Name doesn't ring a bell.
Nah, he's just some random dude who was an electronic engineer who did that kind of stuff. But yeah, and those kinds of things, and discussing sort of the state of instruments and technology and things like that. Just they have kind of broad spectrum stuff that kind of interests me, as well as the repair side of things. Because repair stuff's cool. I like showing it, and I like showing people sort of the ins and outs and answering tech questions. But I also like the media side of stuff and interesting things that are just kind of cool. So
I just like looking at my own face in the reflection of the computer. That's why I do it.
Yeah.
No, I don't. Did I show you those radios? Those radios that we got?
Yeah.
We're probably going to do a video on them. I took them home, but I might do a quick video just on a rundown. Dad's going to restore all of them.
Nice.
But yeah, they're all in pretty good nick, to be honest. Paul Crane, how you going, Paul? Paul dropped in. Actually, hang on. I'll be back in a sec.
And he's run off. So now I've got to dance like a dance monkey. Yes, Paul Crane. Oh, there was a Neon Genesis Evangelion set of guitars. There was indeed. In fact, there was actually a lot of different instruments from Evangelion that were tie-ins, instruments, accessories, all kinds of weird things.
Paul dropped in from the old Dart last week and brought me a tin of Harrods English breakfast tea.
Oh,
Straight
fancy.
from Harrods. 15 pains.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, it's Harrods.
30 bucks.
It's still sealed. I haven't
Harrods
cracked
crazy.
it yet. I'll crack it now and have a wee sniff.
Crack it
Look at
open.
the fancy lid. Oh, yeah. That's complex.
So is it like just loose leaf tea or tea bags?
Yeah, just loose leaf, yeah.
Nice.
So I got the little filter. I'm gonna bring the teapot down and get me pommy on. Thanks for that, Paul.
Yeah.
Are you still in the country, mate, or are you back yet?
Bugger! Left price on. Yeah, it's fine. We're
That's
Aussies.
Right. 15 pains. That's like $30, bro. Thank you.
Yeah. For tea, that's pretty crazy.
It's a lot of tea, though.
Yeah.
I'll smash it. I'll smash the back out of it, as we say here.
A couple of teapots at home that I mainly use for like drinking like green tea and stuff, but also like one of my favorite teas is genmaicha, which is like green tea with brown roasted rice. Really nice.
I got matcha here with the little stirry bamboo-y thing.
Yeah. See, matcha I'm kind of like mid on. I just like sencha, just regular old green tea.
Yeah. I like matcha. It's a bit of a punch in the face. It's good.
Yeah.
There's a not a bad sushi shop in Emu Plains, actually. They got ramen as well. He used to just do like takeaway sushi, but then one day I noticed he's got this menu up and it's Korean and Japanese. So he's got like the Korean fried chicken and the bowls and stuff. I forget what you call them.
Yeah.
But he's got a big selection of just ramen there. And if I ring ahead, sometimes Shell comes down and we ring ahead and go, we'll have this ramen. We'll have it in the shop. And you go there, and even though it's like a takeaway shop, they've got a couple of tables and he sets a table for us. We sit down and have ramen. He's a legend.
Yeah.
Love him.
I'm gonna go back to bloody Watsy. I'm gonna go back there and do stuff.
Nihon.
Correct.
Correctamundo.
Hells yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to go in summer, and they're $300 flights, but at the moment they're flooded with tourists, so it's a bit meh.
Summer is like dead for tourism over there because of how hot it gets. Yeah,
I love the heat.
It's a different kind of heat over there. It's
I love it.
It's like take like Thailand and crank it up to 20.
Yeah. When we went to Thailand, it was it would have been September.
Yeah.
Because you're on the way to Oktoberfest, and it was like a bit of a smack in the face how humid it was, but I loved it, and the beer tastes so much better when it's hot. It's just like
if you want to do it, I'm keen for a trip next year around my birthday. So
yeah. Well, I was thinking about doing it, but it depends on this USA/Canada trip. So
then you do like you take like a couple of days or a week or whatever, go via Japan and then
I was
over
going
to the US.
It's a pretty long way out of the way.
Not really.
Like from I also wanted to do Scotland, so I don't know.
That's a bit crazy.
It is.
It's all right. Just claim the trip to Japan on tax.
I want to organise a meet-up with Big Clivo. Every now and then he has a meet-up at a local pub in Glasgow.
Yeah, right.
So that'd be cool to just go and have beers with him. The big man. Compare beards.
Yeah. Let's see what we got. We got Alan Farmer. I remember a very popular black T-shirt in the 70s here in New Zealand. Big white lettering simply said "Pommy bastards."
That's a good branding.
And from Paul Crane. Oolong's good. You've had it if you've been to a Chinese restaurant.
Oh yeah, true, yeah. Yum cha.
Holiday is going well. A bit sad as well as I've been with my dad following my mum's recent death. Really good. Thanks for asking. Yeah. All right. Sorry to hear about that. I know that pain all too well. it sucks.
Well, hopefully the Aussie fucking attitude picks you up a bit.
No,
She'll be right, mate.
she'd be right.
There's another part that I had to hunt around for, the all the different combo connectors, the XLRs.
I got to get one of those actually for an RCF.
Yeah. Is it this type?
It's that type of combo, but I'm not sure what the termination is on the back because I haven't taken the board out yet.
Look at all the pins. So that's got the combo jack, but the reason there's so many pins is because the jack's got separate connections to the XLR. They're not internally connected.
Yeah.
So you got like 3 connections, plus one of them switched. There's a lot going on in this little chucha.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's to replace the ones that have got the corrosive glue on them. On this stupid friggin' monitors. Yeah, they were like, I don't know, $6 each or something. That's the code.
They're not cheap, and people don't seem to realise that.
It adds up. If you got a mixer that's got 50 of them.
Bloody hell. That's getting a bit much, eh?
Got some trying some Worth Electronics caps.
Worth
I've used
pretty
them
good.
before. They're pretty good, yeah. Sometimes you look at the specs and they've got a better spec happening than Nichicon or whatever.
Yeah.
What I'm finding these days for a lot of the old amps, trying to find the right size can caps is a bit of a pain in the ass.
Yeah,
because I've got
modern ones
I've got
so
that
much
Lab
smaller.
Systems 400B or RB or whatever it's called. But it's got the big beer can caps in it that you can't get anything that size anymore. So you've got to make adapter plates or some shit.
Yeah.
So that's always fun.
It's like the old Sunbuddy solid state head that I had to rebuild like last year. I just made the tag strip board and put on some big caps there because the old ones were like 10,000 microfarad or whatever else, and they were like the size of my forearm.
Yeah.
And then the modern ones are like,
yeah, tiny. Yeah, you pretty much got to make an adapter plate or a board. Old stuff. Anyway, so what's the plan for the rest of the weekend, champion? You open tomorrow?
Yeah, can't afford to take too much time off, so I'll be open again tomorrow. Dealing with bits and pieces and the occasional person that comes in and asks for a product that I don't sell.
You get that Oscar back together?
No, I'm waiting on a board from Torntech to arrive.
What board? Oh, you need a replacement board for that, did you?
I'm just upgrading the CPU and the MIDI board. It's a common upgrade on them because the original ones were fucking fleaky. Like they glitch out, they don't boot properly half the time. Whereas the dude, Grebe or something, he's done an upgrade that has new firmware that he's written, which is more stable, does MIDI implementation better. And basically you drop that in place of the old board and it stops it from derping out so much.
Yeah, fair enough.
So I've got to do that. I've also got a Korg Poly 6 I've got to get a new main board for. I just haven't ordered it because of cash. And I've got to finish...
you got a Poly 6 as well as a Monopoly?
Yeah. And I've got a...
Monopoly's done, eh?
Oh, it's been done for ages. It's up for sale.
Sweet.
And then I've got a Roland HS60, which is the home version of the Juno 106 with speakers, different colour. That one I got from a school because it was sitting in the corner of their room and had been written off. And yeah, I've got to replace the high pass filter slider switch on there. And I've got to do that and then give it a recalibration, recap power supply, and then it'll be good to go for sale.
Rock and roll. What have we got? I've got a Bogner, Uberschall, a Rivera, Knucklehead, an M80. Remember them, the Fenders?
Oh, those things, God.
I can't see. Oh, I've got 2 Messer Mark 1s or Mark 2s. I've got one here, another one coming. There's a Mark 3 that the guy took back because he needed for his session, but that should be coming back in next week. I've got a bunch of KRKs I'm going to dress up for sale. You know, the yellow cone dickheads.
Yep. I've got that. Well, I've got that bloody VXT6 back in, and I cannot get it to do what it was doing at his place. Cannot.
Shit. Have you tried it on the Variac, giving it shit voltage?
Yep, I ran
Yeah.
this bitch all the way down to 180.
Yeah, right.
Still nothing.
Yeah. Paul Crane. I've never seen a Nubushal. Are they good? Yeah, they're good.
They sound
There's
phenomenal.
some silly things that Wagner do,
Mm.
but nothing too dramatic. It's not as bad as a lot of the other brands, but
Mm.
yeah, they're pretty badass in my opinion. They've got way more gain on tap than anyone needs, but you know what would I
It
know?
just sounds so good. Oh,
Yeah. So
like
I've
one of
had
the quintessential sounds of like the Uberschall is Mark Tremonti from Creed.
Oh yeah.
Just that highly saturated thing.
Return.
Travis McCartney, do I get the distribution from GoFundMe immediately, or does it only come in at certain levels? Basically, as each donation goes through, a couple of days later, it gets dispersed into my the bank account that we set up for the family. So,
Oh, that reminds me. Is Dry July closed? I guess it is.
well, we're in August
Yeah.
now, almost
Yeah, but
September.
they keep it open for August.
No,
We ended up doing $1,500 or $1,400. I think it was.
nice.
Set the goal at 1,000. We overshot. That's fantastic.
Yeah, can't complain.
$13.95. Sounds like a price. Yeah, I responded to everyone. Said thank you, everyone. I stopped doing videos partially because every time I did one, I lost subscribers. But you know, fuck them, whatever.
Fair weather
But yeah,
subscribers can kiss ass.
also ran out of time as well. But last year I made a review for every single day of the month. This year I just ran out of time. I was way too busy. Yeah, we had the grand finale last year, which was the best non-alcoholic beverage of them all, coffee, and I did a whole video on that, entertaining stuff. But yeah, $1,400. Probably keep doing it. Maybe not do the donation thing, but it's good to have a month off the piss completely.
See, I need to do like a, I don't know, like a wet October or something, because I drink so infrequently. I just spend an entire month drinking every day.
Drunk. Yeah.
Just a different type of booze every day.
But beer for breakfast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a Guinness for brekkie.
Yeah,
it was
tequila
the
brunch.
local brewery up here had the what do you call it? The Russian breakfast stout.
Mm.
and it on the label it said like sets you up for the rest of the day. And it was like 9.5%. It's like fucking hell.
Nice. Speaking of like, you know, strong drinks and all the rest of that, and talking about coffee before, the place we're going tonight for dinner, the Ethiopian joint, they do like traditional like Ethiopian coffee.
Yeah, nice.
So
that's like
so
is it like the Turkish house, like concentrated or?
Yeah, similar kind of vibe, and they do it in like a special ceramic cup and that. But then when they serve it as well, they also serve like incense and stuff too. It's like a whole experience. Yeah, it's wild. Wow. But yeah, this place is phenomenal. It's Queen of Sheba in Ashfield, and like it's like $35 per head, and you get like, you know, a mixture of different dishes, like meat ones, vegan ones, all that kind of jazz. And they serve it on top of the flatbread, which is called injera, which is like a sourdough type thing, and you eat it with your hands. It's all eaten with your hands, so it's like so good.
Ethiopian cooking's fantastic. A lot of it's designed around lack of water, so they've got like those conical ceramic things, so the water comes off but it drips back down into the dish. They're cool.
Yeah. Paul Crane asking, has everyone seen Whitnell and I? Probably my favorite films. Richard E. Grant is a teetotal. What an actor to play a drink so convincingly. Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
I haven't seen it. I've seen clips of it on YouTube, and it looks amazing.
It's like, Trailer Park Boys.
Yeah.
Mr. Leahy. He was a teetotaler, the Canadian actor Dunsworth.
Yeah.
And Sarah Dunsworth, his daughter was the I forget her name in the thing, but that was one of the chicks. That's his daughter. That was
Nice.
a funny show.
Yeah.
When
It's one of those
lockdown kicked
Canadian.
off, that
One of
was
those
my
Canadian shows, kind of
lockdown
cool.
viewing.
Mm. Another one as well is like Letterkenny. It's like just so
Yeah.
it's just so odd but cool.
I've got to get back into Monty Python too. I haven't seen it for years.
See, Monty Python is made up of like 3 hours of funny skits. The rest
Yeah,
of
it's
it is
fuck all.
like really crap, and then like the movies that are kind of funny.
Propane, yeah. You smell that? That's the winds of shit. That's the shit hawks. I love it.
Hilarious.
I didn't realize it ran so long. It's still going. They've got their own
Yeah.
little TV thing happening now. I forget what they
Yeah,
call
and
it.
they did like the animated series and everything.
Yeah. Just started with 4 dickheads and a camcorder. That's how all good things start.
Yeah. Oh God, it's already 9:15. My God.
Yeah. I better get to work, eh?
Mm,
Did you actually start bang on 7 o'clock?
yeah, pretty much.
All right.
Yeah, I know, right? It was wild. Me being on time. Holy shit.
I see in the background you've sorted out your parts drawers. You've still got a pile of parts on top of them.
No, this is a new pile. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
I've been sorting through my parts, and I've got my guitar hardware and stuff that I'm getting sorted as well, because I need to be able to find things a bit easier. So getting there, trying to organize shit and shrinking down the retail space more and more.
Yeah. So are you going to move? What's the plan?
Nah, I'm gonna try and keep things going here because I can't afford to move. I've got too long left on the lease and various things. So,
Fucking
I just need.
overheads are massive though.
Yeah, but I don't. I mean, there's nowhere else that I could really go to be able to do what I do. So, being in this area, all I need is I just need more of the customers to come see me. That's it. That's why I got to do more of this shit, more of the online, and more of the stuff. So.
More talking to me, talking shit to me on a Saturday morning. I don't think that's going to be a wise business decision.
This is for the core audience. This is for the core audience. But considering that I used to do 50 grand a month in fucking Campbelltown, I should be able to do at least half that here.
You'd hope that you do equal there eventually.
Oh yeah, I mean, well, like this time last year, we were doing relatively okay. I used to see customers all the way up until 9 o'clock at night when I used to trade that late.
Yeah.
But it's just the interest rate rises and all the rest of that killed a lot of out this way. And because I'd spent so much time and energy on the retail side of things in the music school, when it came time to have to shrink back down to focusing on repairs primarily, a lot of people sort of weren't aware of my existence.
Mm.
So
I was thinking about pulling back on my weekends. I want my weekends back.
I don't even know what a weekend is.
Coming into the warm weather, I just want to ride my push bike. Bicycle.
Yeah. Amy and I have spent so many years working weekends in retail anyway, so it's like, whatever. We'll just take weekdays off. So I take my Mondays and my Tuesdays off, and it means I don't have to deal with like all the crowded shopping centers and all the dickheads everywhere. I can go do stuff.
I've literally declined jobs because they said we need you to work on Saturdays. I'm like, fuck that. See you later. get the same job, same pay down the road. Don't have to work weekends. Fuck off.
Yeah.
But mind you, my 20s, the weekends were just a big haze of pub crawls and stuff. So I
used to work weekends and do the bloody getting pissed on the weekend thing too. I used to just turn up to work and going out back to sleep.
Yeah. Oh, Mrs. is calling. Hang on.
4 dickheads and a camcorder. I've seen that porno. Classic. Yeah. I remember when I was working in an adult store and some of the movies and that we sold there, I was like, man, that's a thing. Like there was this whole section that we had for a particular type of of category. It was called clothed female, nude male. I had no idea that existed. That was What the hell? Like, it's okay. Makes no sense to me, but whatever floats your goat, man. Oh, God. What am I going to do today? I'm going to go, I don't know, probably go into the city with the missus, go have some lunch. I don't know. Find something to do. Take my mind off things and all that kind of jazz, and prep to come back to the shop tomorrow and do things all there. So I've got to do some building things as well, because I'm going to make a couple of amps and that for sale and various bits and bobs. So, well, Brad's going to go do his thing. Hi, Brad.
Have you got a massive echo now?
No.
Okay, sweet. I'll just put it through the speakers because Dad's turned up.
Yeah, cool.
Just be a bit alien talking to a set of headphones right next to him.
Hi, Peter. Porter.
He's just pulled up out the front. He's bringing me coffee.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. Here he is. The afternoon shift here.
Have I got any good Japanese guitars in the shop at the moment? Have I ever? Yeah, I got a couple. I haven't had too much stock come in recently. Like I said, I haven't focused so much on retail, but I've got a Squire, like the sort of early JV era Strat in custom metallic pink, which is kind of cool. So unlike some of the others that had like a metallic pink body, this one has like matching neck and headstock and all that too. What else have I got? I got that Japanese telly with a Bigsby, reverse headstock Floyd Rose Squire, which is pretty cool. Japanese as well. Old 70s Yamaha, which is pretty sick. I got a few other things in the workshop. I've got to prep some nice acoustics too, so they're good. But yeah, like I said, sort of like focusing less on retail at the moment while nobody's buying. And I'll, once I've got some more cash behind me and that, I'll get some more cool stuff in there. So, oh, he's got the breakfast going on. Nice. I haven't even had breakfast. Yeah, Yamaha are brilliant. Old Yamahas, like when we were over in Japan and we went to the Yamaha museum, seeing some of them there, it's like, damn, they hold up well. The modern Yamahas, they're also brilliant. Love them. Just solid bloody things. But yeah, the old Yamaha that I got here is an old SF 700. Super SC 700, Super Combinator. So it's got 3 single coils and individual pickup selectors on them that also do the phase switching. So you can get like infinite variations on tone and that classic sort of 70s out of phase type tone and that. So I just made my kids breakfast for dinner. Nice. Was it a cereal breakfast or was it like bacon and eggs breakfast?
Dad just brought me coffee and some Anzac bickies.
How's it? Peter, how's it going?
Pretty good, mate. How's everyone else?
Yeah, kicking on.
Everyone's all right.
Yeah.
Paulie's here. He dropped me off a pot of tea
Oh, yeah.
last week. Legend.
Pot of
Last
tea.
week before.
Good stuff.
Got all
Bacon
the
and sweet
gangs here.
rolls. What's a sweet roll?
Sweet roll. Who's having a sweet roll? I don't know what a sweet roll is. Bacon and sweet rolls. Is that sweetbreads? Fuck, is the latency really that bad? I'm looking at the stream and I'm still. Oh no, it's going off live. There we go.
Yeah, it's because I set it up to just normal latency. Because if you set it up to low latency, it it kind of can struggle a little bit. Cinnamon rolls, right?
Hard way. Cinnamon rolls and bacon. Jesus, Travis. No wonder you guys are bloody all fat.
Americans eating like they got free healthcare.
Yeah. You guys got some cinnamon rolls yesterday, didn't you? Yeah, I saw them up there. Yeah. I'm not much of a sweet tooth. I prefer to eat. Like, I'll have jerky for breakfast instead of anything sweet.
I just like food. Hence the reason my portly size.
Nah, mate. It's just big boned.
Nah, see, I used to be, quite thin and all the rest of that as a teenager and whatnot.
I never
got
was. I was
fat
always
a couple of years ago.
fatty.
I was fat between ages 9 and 12, and then I slimmed down. So I was this height, and I weighed 62 kilos in year 10.
I think I weighed 80 kilos from the age of 12 till fucking now.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really need to lose the weight because my fucking joints are killing me. Ugh, so bad.
Yeah. When I have a joint, it kills me too. Oh god, the bag smells like piss.
Ew.
This is the all the glue
Bad
soap
caps.
components. Yeah.
Lovely.
What's that? Can't fatten a thoroughbred. I'm
I
far
don't
from
know.
thoroughbred.
My genes are definitely not in line with thoroughbreeding, that's for sure.
Paul Crane, I'm gonna have a meat pie for breakfast. Yeah, well, we have meat pies for breakfast. Sausage rolls.
Hells yeah.
Incredibly
Tradie
unhealthy now
brekkie,
thinking
mate.
about it, but got to get them while I'm in Australia. You can get meat pies in UK, can't you, Paulie?
British pies.
I know you got the
Different
pea
kind
pie
of vibe, though.
floaters, whatever the fuck they are, but yeah,
The best pie shop at home.
best pie. Yeah, but it's like pizza and burger shops. Everyone says their shop's the best pie shop in the world.
I am going to
It's
say
like-
something that, as an Aussie, I'm going to cop so much shit for. But
All right, I'll just mute you then.
yeah, New Zealand pies are superior.
Yeah, what's the
Kiwi
difference? They're
pies,
chunky?
man. Well, they don't do things by halves. So, the rat coffins we get here with, the shitty bit of mince and stuff in there, nothing compared to over there. You get a mince pie over there, and it's like proper mince inside. Or you get, a steak
you
and
can get
cheese
that
pie,
here,
and it's,
but they just
chunk.
cost
No,
$15
I'm talking,
a
as
pie.
in, it's a whole different realm, trust me. You go
Is it
over to New
lamb?
Zealand, you grab a Ponsonby pie, and oh my God.
Is
My
it sheep?
God. Well, they do lamb pies, but it's mostly beef.
Yeah.
That's why they do the steak and cheese pies, where it's here you get 3 small chunks of steak in the pie, and over there it's got to have a minimum amount. They actually regulate it. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. There's one, this bakehouse up the mountains. There's 3 of them. You should try those ones out because they're 1-inch cubes of steak or whatever. I made the mistake once. So we went there after a big night, and Shell was struggling a bit, and they only had 2 pies left. They had a chili, a chili one, and of course I got that, or a kangaroo pie. So I got her a kangaroo pie when she was hungover, and she tried to eat it, almost vomited.
Kangaroo's great. Kangaroo mince
it's
is
fantastic. I ended up
phenomenal.
eating it, but she's got this thing about kangaroo. She eats kangaroo, but not when she's hungover. It's like anything sort of gamey she doesn't like when she's hungover. So
there was a place in Padstow that actually made fucking amazing pies, and I'm depressed that they've closed down now.
Closed down.
Yeah.
The good things never last, do they?
No, they really don't. Least of all in Sydney. Everything here is shit. I was actually chatting to a dude from who was over here from the US, and he works for a radio station in LA, one of the sort of well-known college radio stations.
KCRW.
Yeah, that's the one.
Hey.
Yeah. So he worked for them, and yeah,
That's
he
the one
was
that has Henry Rollins on it.
Yeah. I was chatting to him about various things about how Newtown and Enmore used to be, and how it's changed, and how all the venues that we used to play at as teenagers and places we used to go see bands at don't exist anymore. The Annandale's gone.
The out the front. I'll be back.
Places we used to check out, so the Annandale, the Hopetown, Sandringham Hotel, they don't exist anymore, or they don't do music anymore. So it sucks. What we got? Melton Mowbray pork pies. Can't wait to get back from one of those and a pint of beer. Never had one. Pie in the sky, just past Cow and do epic pies. Weekend sucks due to all the motorbikes and cyclists. Yeah, that probably would do it. Pie shop at Nimatabel? Never heard of it. Between Bega and Canberra.
Bigger and
My
Canberra.
girlfriend
Do you know
won't eat beef because she watched Faces of Death when she was young. She's fine eating chicken or other meats, though. Okay, that's a thing. Annandale was
shop
the best. Yeah.
Nimatabel.
Yeah.
Nimatabel. Nimatabel.
Nimatabel. Never heard of it.
Nimatabel. Bega and Canberra.
Mm.
That's a fair
Flower
way
pie's
down.
going to Canberra.
I drove down to the South Coast the other weekend.
Mm.
Went for a mate's 40th at Jarvis Bay.
Yeah.
And I drove down. I figured I'm this far down. I'll drive down to see mum and dad. And they were going out for the day. Fucking missed them. I
Every
drove all that
time.
way. Yeah. It's probably a good thing because that's right as I fell sick. So I didn't spread my pathogens to you. Because it might
Walked
kill
past
your
the
ass.
Sandringham last week. Looks like it's going to reopen soon. They're doing
Really?
something inside, but it's not going to be a music venue again,
Oh,
unfortunately.
it's going to be like the Annandale where they try and make it a friggin' bistro instead of a historic music venue.
No.
Yay.
Well, I mean, the Annandale happened because of the fucking owner.
Oh, yeah. I don't know
It's
the
always the way it
backstory
goes.
there.
All these buildings are like owned by just asshole landlords, like the Town and Country Hotel. You know, the place where they filmed the video clip and the song was written about. You know, I'd love to have a beer with Duncan.
Love to have a beer with Duncan. We
Yeah.
drink at the Town and Country where the
Yep.
atmosphere is great.
Yeah, and
Let's
now-
have a beer with Duncan
Yeah.
because Duncan's
I used
a dickhead.
to watch bands there like regularly because it was literally over the other side of the bridge from where I was living. And you'd go over there, and you'd see like this random crust punk band in the front next to the bar on like a 3-meter square stage,
Yeah.
and it was
Yeah, you just get that at the
brilliant.
Duke.
It was great. Huh?
You get that at the Duke. You get the little bar, little pubs, and what am I trying to say? The little bands and that at the Duke
Oh no, it
across
was
the
even
road.
the Town and Country was smaller than that.
Oh yeah.
But it was just cool. Like, it was that kind of thing. Like, you just go anywhere. Like, I'm glad that this area has so many venues that still do that kind of stuff, but it's not like it was in the past.
Yeah. People just don't value music anymore, it seems.
No. And this was the conversation that we had yesterday. It was about an hour and a half of just chatting with this dude about how things have kind of changed. And, like, even when I was explaining to him about how, like, radio and that is here, it's like you've got a half a dozen commercial stations all owned by the same people. And
Yeah.
there's like one rock station that's been playing the same 15 Foo Fighters songs now for 20 years.
I'm sick of
And
Foo
then you've got
Fighters,
like Double J and Triple J that just play a bunch of crap.
Foo Fighters is the 2.5 Men of radio.
Yeah.
You just can't get rid of it. It's always there.
Mm.
Like, yeah, he's a good guy and everything, but it's fucking boring.
Yeah.
I liked them when they started off and they were grungy and shit, but now it's just...
From Ba Ba Ba, Pokies have fucked everything. Yes, they have. In fact, this pisses me off so much. There's a billionaire who bought up a hotel recently, and he's already listed it up for sale at half the price because he's taken the Pokies license to put in another venue, and now this pub's shutting down. So that's another venue that's closed.
So he just went in there with the intention of fucking it up.
Yep. That is exactly what happened. And the Pokies are just absolute trash. And all these venues that, like, I was chatting to someone the other day about it, and they were saying, like, literally, you could just go everywhere and there's just music 5 nights a week. People were always playing. And then when they changed the laws around Pokies and stuff like that in the 80s, that's when it started changing. And it ramped up in the 90s. And now it's just, yeah. And then all the buildings got bought up by a bunch of investors who want the constant massive amounts of growth each week. And they think they can do that with Pokies, or they can do it by, like, you know, getting them to charge huge amounts for fucking, drinks and all the rest of that. That's why, like, 5 minutes down the road from here, the townie, right next to Newtown Station. Man, I used to go down there because you can get a $5 lunch. You get a $5 lunch, you get a schooner of beer, $10, and you're all sorted for everything. And now the cheapest meals they got are like $20, and then a beer is like $7.
Yeah.
It's just,
Someone just asked, is that slang for casino/gambling stuff? Yeah, we're talking about poker machines. So they're
Slot machines.
slot machines.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, Woolies have bought up a lot of the pubs and that, and they own a lot of them for the pokey licenses and that same sort of deal. It's just ridiculous. Like
Yeah.
this is something I was saying yesterday, and the dude sort of backed it up being here. It's like I said to him, Sydney is a very boring place now. It's not like it was even a decade ago. Back then it was less so, but like we used to be a 24-hour city. You could walk into a bar in the city at 4 a.m, grab a drink, and see what was going on. You could do stuff. There was life around the place. And then they brought in the lockout laws, and more focus was on pokies, and everything changed. Everything got so expensive that there is nothing to do here anymore. It is
I blame Mike
boring.
Baird.
Huh?
I blame Mike Baird.
Yeah.
That guy's a prick.
Yep. Definitely started it.
And then Gladys Barbecue Chicken.
Mm.
Corrupt arseholes.
Yep.
Anyway, what are we going to do? We're going to vote them out, aren't we? We already did. Good.
See, the problem is we voted them out, and then we voted in the Labor government, which unfortunately has been absolutely heartbreaking because they've proven to be nothing more than like a nominally left of centre neoliberalist party that is now not doing anything good for anyone, and they're still lining the pockets of all their special interest mates, and it's depressing.
Standard issue.
It's like the party of Gough and Jack Lang no longer exists, and it sucks. The states, from Jim Cox, the states aren't that bad yet. Most casinos and gambling are in Native American reservations or on the rivers of floating casinos. Some states have poker machines, but they are in small strip mall bars. In Australia, specifically New South Wales, we have a very, very large, very, very powerful poker machine lobby. Because in New South Wales, it is legal if you have the license to have a certain number of poker machines in a venue. And so you can walk in there and, for example, at like an RSL club, Return Services League, which was set up back in like post-World War One for, vets to come back and go in and do all that kind of stuff and be like a social type thing. Nowadays, they're just basically arms for making money out of poker machines. And some of them can have like 500 poker machines in one venue, where I have literally seen one time I was at Wentworth Leagues Club, which Leagues Club is like linked to rugby league, like a football club. And I was sitting there with my mate when I was about 19. We were having a beer. This is back when you could also smoke indoors, and we were having a smoke. And there was this woman sitting there, I kid you not, with a beer in one hand, a cigarette in the other, looking to her mate going, "Yes, I was saying it, Jack, I got these things, I got to do that." And behind her was not one, not two, but 3 poker machines that she jammed credit cards into the buttons of to just keep spinning. And each spin was like $10. 3 machines. So she wasn't even looking at it. And you can put that kind of stupid money through them.
My mate used to work at Mermaid Beach Tavern up at the Gold Coast.
Yeah.
And the common problem up there was the blokes would piss themselves while they're sitting there at the pokies. You'd have to come and kick them out.
Yeah, happens down here too, and happens especially at the casino, the high rollers.
They didn't want to leave the fucking machine.
Yep,
it's a mental illness, man, and they're taking advantage of it. It's bullshit.
Yep,
should be legal.
I would be glad. I would be so happy because I would be glad if they got rid of pokies and they got rid of sports betting. Sports betting is evil and wrong.
Ban it all.
I'm sick of seeing like every second ad on Facebook and every second ad that comes up on like, a bus or something like that is sports bet, lay it down today, put $2 on, you don't get it back, you'll get half it back. We'll give you extra credit this time round. Have a bet, make the game better.
Yeah, and then at the end they're like, bet with your head not over it. It's like, fuck off. That's the protection. Yeah, like
Yep.
anyone's listening to that.
It's
Anyway.
insanity. I mean, my biological father went through literally 6 figures in 1 year through the pokies.
It's like Australia's become a banana republic where our only exports are fucking iron, and the only economy is sports gambling.
Yep.
They literally, the government came out and said we can't ban sports betting, otherwise all the TV stations will fail. I'm like, well, let them fail. I don't give a fuck. TV's useless anyway.
More importantly,
There's nothing on them, and the TV stations are owned by 3 companies. That's it.
And the government's main income is from fucking gambling revenue. Fucking bullshit.
Well, Australia is basically just 4 corporations in a trench coat now.
It's good fun, isn't it?
Mm. Yes, I'm glad
Well,
that gambling
anyway.
isn't my vice either. I cannot stand it. You know,
I can't figure out what the payoff is. Like, what it's,
Mm.
you're not going to win. Like,
Yeah.
get it through your heads. You're not going to win, bro.
Mm.
I'm just used to not winning anything, so
Yeah.
I don't even try.
Like maybe once a year I'll go to like a when like the RSL or a pub or something. I'll go and throw like $20 in the machines. But what I do is it's like this money doesn't exist. I put it in there, but then like if like say for example I do a spin that's like a 25 cents or whatever, and I win like 10 cents back, I hit the gamble feature, and then I just do that, and then like 15 minutes later, I've lost like $4, and I'm like, I'm bored, and I just take the money back out because it's like I don't get the like, it's nothing.
I used to compare the things when I was with Tabcorp.
Yeah.
And they are programmed so that you'll never ever, if you sit there and put money into any machine continuously, say for an hour, you'll lose.
You're guaranteed to lose.
You'll get some wins, but you'll lose overall.
Yeah.
It's programmed that way.
Oh, of course it is.
Yeah, because they've got to pay back. I think it's like there's like some regulation they've got to pay back a certain amount of cents per dollar, and it's like 93 cents per dollar or something. But it's like because it's like over such a long period, people just lose their money regardless.
Every poker machine is linked back to a central computer, which actually tracks every coin that goes in there.
Fuck.
And that percentage that the government get is coming from that big
master
computer.
I just can't believe that there's people out there that think that it's possible to win.
And when the guys do their clearances on the machines at night to get the cash out, it must tally. If it doesn't tally, someone's going to get shot or
Shot.
Well, it's got to exactly match to the cent with the government report.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely there's nothing random about it.
The scamming within clubs and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Years ago they get milked and whatever. That's not possible anymore.
Not possible. Yeah. Yep. I don't know why people do it. It's ridiculous.
It is a very powerful sickness, unfortunately. Much like collecting guitar pedals or having like 15 goddamn Les Pauls.
It's much like buying a mess of boogie and trying to gig with it.
I mean, I did used to do that.
I know. I'm just trolling.
But then again, I also had the Triaxis, which was like the least fucking shit of a lot of them.
Yeah.
From a fixing standpoint, no, but somehow they were reliable.
Yeah, mine was playing up. That's why I got rid of it.
You couldn't fix it anymore, eh?
No, that was before I was a tech. I'm like, I don't know what all these little doodlackies are. I'm getting rid of it before it gets any worse.
Albert Gutnick, happy birthday. Yes, thank you. Happy birthday to me, indeed.
Jim Cox, hey now. Must be a Messerona.
Hey now, don't dream
Jimbo.
it's over.
Jimbo, I thought you were better than that.
Lou Woods, sorry I'm late. It's all right. It's fine.
G'day, Lou. How you going, legend? Just
Thank
sort
you,
of tinkering
thank
away
you much.
here, slowly fixing things.
Yeah.
Just buttoned up the David Eden WT405.
Yeah.
He's using his handy dandy Hitachi before it was Hikoki screwdriver.
Fantastic little machine.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna fix next?
I know.
Are you gonna? What's on the
On
agenda?
the agenda, mate?
Do you want to look at that piece of shit portable turntable thing? All valve just needs a recap. Anyway, carrying on. Sorry.
I didn't do any
My mate took his mum to Auckland Casino. She never gambles, but this time she put $20 in the pokies and won a Mazda 6. See, sometimes that does happen. It's one of those random things. But then there are people out there who do that, and then they go, "Oh, I'm hooked, and now I'm going to go for it," because it's that like part of the brain that just sort of kind of just goes. So, yeah.
I don't know. I never
Nice
got
to
it.
be
Although
with you too. Nice for you to be here, Lou. Thank you.
the first time I played a pokey was at schoolies. I didn't even know how to do it, like what buttons you press and shit. So one of my mates who ended up being a gambling addict said, "Oh, you press this and it gets you that and gets you this." And I won $165 on like a, I don't know, $5 bet. And I swear they know somehow that it's the first time you played to try and get you hooked. It's like smells a newbie. Smelled my newbiness and gave me $165. But me, even though I was 18, I was smart enough to know that you take your money and run. So I put $5 in, pulled $165 out, and that's the last time I played them for about 5 years.
Nice.
And then
we got Alex in the house.
Alex, how you going, legend?
Hey, thank you for the birthday wishes. I'm getting old. My joints hurt. Happy birthday.
Good coffee. Dad made me another coffee.
Nice.
I think yours is a bit better than mine. I think you're on coffee.
I'm going to put the kettle on then.
Put the kettle on?
You reckon it's all right?
Put the kettle on.
It started extracting in
Yeah.
water. So
No, it's good. It's nice.
Grab the bottle and open it.
Yeah. Just finish it off. You use the beans from the Mountains.
Yeah, it tastes pretty good.
Mountains Roasters.
They both extracted nicely, actually.
Blue Mountains Coffee Roasters. They're legends. Next door to that brewery, I did a interview with last New Year's Eve. So what's next on the bench? 6?
I'm not really working on stuff. I'm just kind of like switched off.
Just gonna chill.
Yeah, it's a day I'm gonna just take to like mess around, and also I'm waiting on parts. So
I've just realised that fixing these monitors is going to take a cognitive load that I don't have available to me while I'm streaming. So I'm going to do some basic shit.
Yeah, good plan.
This guy won't know himself. He dropped an amp off yesterday. He'll pick it up today. That's not like Brad's guitar garage, is it? LH500 hotkey. Just needs a new input jack. That's the kind of stuff I want to do while I'm streaming. Just dumb stuff. What are you working on, Alex? You're not working, are you, mate? You're in IT, so I hope not.
Oh, that's the Alex. Oh, yeah. How
Yeah.
doing, Alex?
Alex! Ah, this is one of the ones with the fake front panel that you can't get to the pots. How do you get to the screws? What?
Oh, you'd have to take them off, probably. Yeah, that's
the screws go this way.
It's actually welded to the bloody...
Yeah. No, they're just sitting there.
Sure?
Yeah. It's got screws going this way. And then... But they're under the board. So, hang on. No, there's screws through the bottom panel.
Okay.
Okay, now I think I've got it. Sorry, lad. It's figuring out a bit of a puzzle here. Alex has got 2 messes coming in the morning. Oh, sounds like he's taking a piss. Did he just fart?
No, it was the door.
Sure it was.
So wait. One question. Can you hear me? Can you hear me tapping it now?
No.
All right, cool. So yeah, so you're hearing me through the mic on my AirPods, but the people through streaming are hearing me through the mic on the thingy.
Yeah. Okay. That explains a lot. Yep. That's why I'm hearing you fart and stuff in there. Sorry, I gave it away.
Totally. And of course, having the coffee through the good old, Watsy mug, the Voltec.
Alex has got 2 messes coming in the morning. I've got a messer coming in the morning and a messer here.
I don't have any.
Oh, you wait. There's always a messer on the horizon, mate. Don't wish it to yourself.
I would gladly take some messes right now because I know that I can make big bank on them.
Yeah.
It's like my new thing at the moment is this. So this is the $450 capacitor.
Oh, the tantalum, yeah.
Because it was in a Mesa Mark 525. Someone tried to repair it previously by pulling it through the top of the board instead of taking the whole board out. Yeah. And so I had to gut a Mesa Mark 525, which takes about an hour to get it all fully out properly, fix it back up, put the new cap in there, replace it with an electrolytic, and then clear it all out, put it back in, and then test it, and then find that there's something still funky going on and have to pull it all back apart again. And it's like 3 hours worth of work to fix something simple that could have been if it just wasn't fucked.
Oh, you're just being a messer hater, mate. You're a messer hater.
Damn straight I am.
No, you're not. You're a messer lover because you make money on them.
Well, it's like that classic, the classic thing that Michael Caine said. It's like, you know, when he was asked, have you ever seen Jaws 4? He's like, no, I've never seen that movie, and by all accounts I've heard it's absolutely terrible. However, I have seen the house that it bought me, and it's wonderful.
Bought my mother.
Yeah, that's right. Bought my mother.
I've seen that meme.
Mesa Mark 2C Plus, easy to work on. They're simple. Basically, anything up to a Mark 3 is easy. Stiletto, stilettos are a thing. Thankfully, there's all the service notes for those to fix them up properly. So, but they should have just designed them properly in the first place.
Yeah, I've got a Mark 2C Plus here at the moment.
Bloody hell!
Yeah,
I still can't believe people are stupid enough to pay $10,000 for those things.
Missing a stylus. Oh, no. Is it? No, it's not.
Yeah, that's the 78 side, the one that's it.
Oh, right. So, yeah. All right, we'll have to get a new one of them on order. Another Wes order, yeah. They're shit at the times, aren't they?
See, I don't have many issues with Wes. They're okay.
No, I haven't got an issue with them. It's just I'm doing an order every second day at the moment. Because we're catching up on the repairs. Every day we're assessing stuff, and we just need to do orders all the time. Nothing's just maintenance at the moment. Everything's proper broken.
Yeah.
All right. So that undoes from that. This undoes from this. That's got screws that way. How the fuck does this come apart?
What are you working on?
Hartkey LH500.
Yeah, you've got to take the whole front board off. Basically, you see how you got the two rack ears on the side there? They've got to come off, and that whole front panel has to come off, and then that's where you access the nuts for the pots.
That's fucked.
Yep, it's hockey.
The screws I need to remove the board are underneath the board, so the whole faceplate's got to come off.
Yeah, you got to take the whole faceplate off.
Fuck's sake! Oh, yeah, he's got. Oh, it's only a jack.
What about my screwdriver, mate?
No, she's right. I don't trust screwdrivers.
From a lot of boogies on Gumtree for some reason. The reason why you're seeing a lot of equipment on Gumtree and Facebook at the moment in Australia is everyone is economically screwed, and more people are selling equipment than ever before, and they're selling it for less. The market is very, very depressed right now. I'm getting like the most phone calls I get these days are mainly from people asking if I buy equipment because everyone needs money. No one's buying stuff. It's not been this bad in over a decade. It is so bad. So you're going to see a lot of things out there at prices that they just didn't go for before. It's like since that I would sell a year ago for $3,500 are now like $2,500, and even then are taking forever to move. Travis, thank you for the birthday wishes. Go get your kids ready for bed.
See you, Trav. No, no serviceable inside. No serviceable parts inside. Everything says that.
Yep.
All right, so if I undo the handles, I don't need to undo the end plates because there's nothing screwed to them. Undo the handles, and that'll get me in, like Flynn.
In what, Flynn?
Cockroach farm in it.
Yeah, no, I've vacuumed all that shit out, but there's still more. That's the bloke over the back.
In the bin.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Yeah. I estimated about an hour and a half.
This.
Yeah. For the electronics, I said we've got to see how the movement's working once we've got it running. Just chuck it there and vacuum it out.
Pete Ross heading out. Thank you much, Lee, for coming along and all the rest of that. Thank you for the birthday wishes.
I'll flick you an email on Sunday, Pete. Sorry, I'll turn my mic off. Dad's vacuuming.
In the process of redesigning the Mark Series circuit. See, they could be better if they weren't designed quite so poorly, especially if they had like proper dedicated like separate channels. One of the mods that I used to do for like the Mark Series amps was install a second pot for the input gain. So basically, the whole thing with them is that the input gain sets the input gain for both channels. And so you can't get a clean tone and a dirty tone, but what you can do is if you install a second pot that's basically totemed underneath the first one, kind of like how you have like the solo control on like amps and that, you can have the second one increase the gain. So you can have like volume 1 low, and then the second one underneath it just adds to the resistance to increase the gain. You basically just have a bypass using a FET or a solid state relay or something like that. Just makes it easy, so that way you can have like a clean channel that's clean and the high gain channel absolutely off its tits.
Off its tits.
Off its tits.
This is fun. I love using ratchets on amplifiers.
There you go. Do you have to take? I was going to say, did you have to take the transformer out? Because I know on one of the hotkeys I've worked on, you have to take the whole transformer out to get the board out.
Nah. I just got my little screwdriver ratchet in the corner here to get the handle off, to get to the faceplate, to remove the front panel.
Yep.
It's so fun. But not the end of the world. It's no Mark V messer.
I want to see what the Mark 7 is like.
I don't.
I do, because I've got a morbid curiosity.
I could live pretty happily without ever having a Mark 7 on my bench, I think.
Yes, well, we can't all be like Lyle and just get a constant stream in of like, classic vintage amps that are easy to work on.
Oh, Yeatsy, bloody Tanner.
Yeah.
Oh, look, here's a 63 brown face. Oh, here's a 62 this. Here's a 58 this. It's like, fuck you. Where are they coming from?
It's America. You can walk down to the local corner store and buy a bloody brown face twin.
How come I've got to work on all the hotkeys?
Because you take on everything. You're a madman.
Frankie from Forgotten Gear Restoration said that the other day when I was repairing a Eon 612. You're a madman.
Yeah, you're insane.
Oh yeah.
Then again, like I can talk, I'm so quiet that I had to bloody whatsy.
Oh yeah. It's got cracked solder joints as well as a broken off shank. Almost don't need to desolder it. I can just pull it out.
Not the shank.
It must have been the solder famine of 2013. I might use some wick here, actually, just as a tribute to Lyle.
I love wick.
You love dick.
Only sometimes.
You're going home, are you? Where's HR? Where's HR? You're going to complain to HR.
That's the joy. That's the joys of being my own boss. Is that I can't really go to HR when I sexually harass someone because it's just me sexually harassing
Sexually
myself.
harass yourself. HR, I sexually harassed myself. I've been a naughty boy.
Stop working.
Actually, the missus and I were looking at sort of like planning, potentially go on another trip around sort of the same like April next year and that. And because of the way that it is with like points and all that kind of jazz, I was looking around and I can use my points easier to go from Sydney to Seoul and then stay a couple of days in Seoul, but then we can like catch a ferry over to like Fukuoka.
Oh, yep. Bless you. Fukuoka. What's over there?
A lot of cool stuff. That's like down the south end, so it's like not too far away from like Hiroshima and all that kind of jazz, and down in Kyushu, Nagasaki. So, we want to explore like the south end of the country for a bit and see what that's all about.
So that's more rural.
Kind of. It's like less dense than that, but there's some. Yeah, it's just some cool shit there. Lots of like onsens and stuff there too.
Onsen.
I miss like being able to go like, it's 9 at night. I'm going to go down to the Cento and go have like a bath in the bathhouse at like that time of night and just chill out.
Yeah.
There we go. AWV.
Got 2 made in Australia valves. AWA.
Mm-hmm. No, AWV. Thank you.
Oh, AWV. Yeah. Sorry, I just glanced at that. Radiotron. Made in Australia. Super Radiotron. 6X4
So they'd have to be at least
rectifier
50 years old.
and a 6EB8. That's a Pento Triad.
Actually, Peter, that's what we were discussing about earlier before you came along, because this is my copy of the Radiotron Designer's Handbook, first 4th edition, first printing.
I haven't got the first one.
Yeah,
but I've got one like that, which I think it's revision 3 or 4.
Yeah, this is the revision 4 is the main one. But yeah, this is like the first printing of it that I got from a guy who passed away like a long time ago, and I bought all of his old technical books and documents from his son. Like for the Australia Wireless Valve Proprietary Limited.
I'll tell you what, that book is a bible as far as tracking noise and explaining where noise comes from with valves and the valve circuitry. So the book I've got came from Brad's mum, my wife's uncle. He used to be a TV in Melbourne all his life.
Yeah, nice.
I've got his stash of old valves too. So we've both been raping that, haven't we?
You've been rating it, yeah. I wouldn't say raping.
But yeah, there's some amazing valves. I've even got a pair of 807s in there.
Yeah.
And,
that's
nice.
right. 807s.
Some KT88s. Yeah.
Couple of Katies.
Yeah. So interesting stuff. And that handbook is, if anyone was going on about what's causing noise in an amp, go read that book first. And
it's in there.
Yeah.
Go read the book, mate.
Well, that was my training as I was growing up. Yeah. Everyone's like, "Oh, did you learn everything off your dad?" I go, "No." He told me to fuck off and read the book, and then he gave me this massive book with shit I didn't understand. He's like, "Well, read that book before this book." I'm like, "Fuck, you're a good teacher."
That's why I made that post in the groups and that about sort of like, if you want to get started, these are the 3 books you need, and the 3 books are The Art of Electronics, the 3rd edition.
Yep.
Merlin Blenco's books on tube preamp design, and the 3rd one is the Radiotron Designer's Handbook. When you've got those 3 there, and if you can understand them, that's 99% of everything we need for tube guitar stuff sorted. Well, customers are coming. What we got? Yes, Radiotron Designer's Handbook, well loved, and I love it the fact that you can get it online as a PDF. It's because it's been basically abandoned for a long time. What else? Gladly lug the 100-pound amp out of the truck, working on not. Yes, they do go for a lot. Sansui, I've lost a channel, but used for 35 years for a crap. What's this? Old 70 stereo receivers seem to go for a lot of money, even unserviced. Yes, that's the thing. Like, all the hi-fi guys are really getting back into it, especially like the old sort of high-end Pioneers and Sansui and stuff like that. You know, it's insane how much these people will spend money on them. Yeah, Merlin Blanco's books are phenomenal. About the only other books I'd sort of recommend as well for similar things that have kind of interesting stuff in them is Jack Dar's, Guitar Amplifier Handbook. It's old, but it has some cool stuff in there. What else? I mean, they're kind of like the main ones. Once you understand that, then you can read data sheets, you can look through like articles on what things people have done previously. So it's not like, like those books will give you the core competencies to be able to understand everything else. And this is something I say to people regularly when they ask about, how do I get into this? How do I do this? How do I do that? It's like, well, I can teach you how to, I can guide you through doing something simple like replacing a component potentially, but a lot of it is having that fundamental knowledge. It's like I could go and, I could fix a car theoretically, but my knowledge is lacking there. I understand the mechanical principles behind it, and understand the engineering, but I can't, for example, follow the troubleshooting procedure on how to, for example, diagnose like a compression issue on a cylinder or something like that. It's kind of beyond my scope of knowledge. If I sat there and learnt more and spent more time on it, then I probably could. Yes, the Merlin book is honestly phenomenal because it takes a lot of what's in the Radiotron Designer's Handbook and then it puts it into guitar-specific terms and forms and cuts out a lot of the waffle. Even doing discussions on things like cathode followers and how they work, the formulas behind that there, how cold clipper cathode followers work, how phase inverters work with regards to that, and even like noise calculations, like breaking it down to certain things about it, how to reduce noise, and how it's like, yes, this will all affect it, but realistically it's just this one part here. And of course making it all about specifically guitar related stuff, because things like the Radiotron Designer's Handbook is very much, here is a broad spectrum of tube theory and that. And we run things different in Guitar World. We run things so that they're broken in a good way. Kevin O'Connor stuff. Who is Kevin O'Connor again? I don't know. I'm probably familiar with the work. And if you're saying that it's pretty bad info, then I'm definitely going to agree with you on that one. There's a lot of stupid stuff I see posted up in, London Power. Yeah. Every time I see things put up about that is like, yeah, you make a post and someone inevitably brings up, London Power's books and stuff on the subject. I'm like, there's a couple of pieces of info that are okay, but then the rest of it is nah. Although there is the I've forgotten his name. The guy who does the tube amp books and that, and he does like the circuit analysis of the SLO and the 5F6A basement. They're quite fascinating too. They work well. Yes, PCB traces are always fun. Visualizing electron flow is a fascinating exercise. Yes, electron flow versus conventional flow. It hurts people's brains. It's like, well, it goes this way, but actually it goes this way. But actually it doesn't move at all. But actually, easiest way to break people's heads. Rob Robinette's stuff is phenomenal. That's another thing that people ask, like if they're a beginner, if you want to read stuff. You go there, his stuff is great. His calculators work really well too. Like I've referred to them previously. IC voltages as a vacuum force. Yeah, that's one way of doing it. I'm just like, forget it. I'll just deal with the math side of things. But yeah, like I did. I've actually got to repair my calculator because this is a Casio Oh, come here. Oh, God, it's been a while since I've used this. It's got this sticky. There we go. Oh, now you decide you want to work. It wasn't working before, now it is. Cool. Yeah, this is a graphing calculator and programmable one that I got, and what I did was I actually programmed up things I can use for doing yes, turn off. If I'm doing like calculations for like biasing or something like that. So all I have to do is punch in the number of tubes, the plate cathode voltage, and the in the case of the transformer, what the DC resistance of each side of it is. So instead of having to like do it all manually or like reach over to a thing, I can literally just use the calculator there. Really good sort of way of doing it for that. If you do a lot of this kind of stuff and you don't want to use like a bias probes or something like that, or 1 ohm resistors or similar type things. So, oh, the guys there are going at it, going hard. But there's a lot of good information out there. There's a lot of bad information as well. So if you want to learn everything is called as well, like AC shunt capacitors and phase inverter, etc., the annotated schematics are a great resource. Yeah, like his explanations of the circuits and their blocks and that, they're actually pretty cool as well. Yeah, they kind of like show if you're someone who doesn't understand like what the concept of a circuit block is, they're really quite good with that. With the schematics I got for the vocal stressor, compressor, and EQ, that one's cool as well because underneath each part of the schematic is actually like this block is this block is this block is this. When you break it down, it's almost like that classic bell curve thing. Down this end, you know absolutely nothing about it. Then you get up to the midsection, it's like, oh, it's all like, just blocks and things linked together. And, oh, I understand that. And then you get further along the line, it's like, I know nothing yet again. Yeah, you can get into a lot of really, really dry, really boring type stuff with all these kinds of designs. But electronics in general, there's infinite rabbit holes. That's why there's people who go and do their electronics engineering degrees and they have no idea what transconductance is. You try and explain to them what a transconductance device is and they don't know because it's outside of their particular wheelhouse. But damn, if they don't know how to program up a microcontroller and DSP and all the rest of that to do all these really, really intricate specific type things. Coffee, coffee, coffee. Coffee, 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 coffee. Beautiful. Oh, God. Okay, that's the JCM 2000 done. That's about all I'm going to be doing this morning because I am going to just chill out for most all of the day. Electromagnetics, yeah. Like that is... I need to learn how to do transformers and all the rest of that because, I mean, other than you,
Alex is cool.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Alex, yeah, but what happens if he accidentally, I don't know, happens to commit seppuku by 9 gunshots to the back of the head? The Russian way of doing it.
Yeah, Russian way of doing it. Yeah,
exactly. But there's only it's one of those skills where so few people actually know about and how to calculate the particular things that you need for the flux in the cores and making sure that you got everything sorted for a particular operation, how to actually wind it properly, how to calculate things. When old mate Alkay retires, there's going to be no one in Sydney that does it anymore.
These Harbuck.
Harbuck?
Yeah.
Never.
I don't know what they charge, but they're around. There's also another one I got the business card and brochure off at Electronex, and I'll just find them now. I haven't tried them yet, but I've been meaning to. What are they called? Dyne Industries, DYNE Industries Proprietary Limited.
All right.
And they assured me that they do rewinds as well as custom designs.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, that's the brochure.
Because this is the thing. Like I was speaking to someone about like rewinds and stuff like that, and they're like, I mean, yeah, we can do them, but there's like so few of us left that do it. It's like with us with our repairs. Like they can charge basically whatever, and they're like, most people won't do it because not cost worthy. I'm like, I don't think you understand just how much someone is willing to spend to rewind a transformer in an old JMI AC30 or an old like AB763 twin reverb. You know, they are absolutely like they will spend big money.
Well, they're becoming heirlooms, really, aren't they?
Yeah, they become speculative investments.
Yeah, most valuable of all investments. Shove it, brother. Just keep walking. Sorry, I got the radio on now. So that was is it Matthew or I think Stephen Cowie from Glove Covers just popped in.
Oh.
He fitted out some the new Mark Base black line combos. He fitted some covers for them, so he just came around to test them out and fit like the name says, like a glove.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah.
Wait, was it him or someone else that had their factory burned down?
No, that was TLC Covers.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm not sure where they were, but Glove Covers is at Castle Hill.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're really nice double-sided thick sort of foam overlocked amplifier and speaker covers.
Yeah, right.
I just gave him one of the Allen and Heath mixes because he's going to make some little carry bags for him because Allen and Heath would do shit to make them.
Smart move.
Yeah, man. Totally, man.
You're
well, I think I'm going to have to piss off because I can hear customers turning up now. We just opened 15 minutes ago, and it's going to be a hectic day.
And I'll probably do the same thing as well because, I don't know, I'm going to go enjoy my day off and I'm going to go find some breakfast or something.
Bloody oath, go get some sunshine.
Sunshine?
You fuck.
It's fucking overcast as shit out here.
Oh, we've got a bit of sun popping through. 28 today, yeah. I might just close the shop.
Tail end of winter, almost 30 degrees. Thanks, global warming.
Look at that autofocus, bro.
Hells yeah. It gets there eventually.
Yeah, from 0 to
Sometimes.
60 eventually. All right, I got someone rocking up. I'm going to leave you. Take it easy. I'll talk to you later.
Peace out.
Have a good one.
See you all.
Alrighty, you can go to that one there, and I can go to that one. Wow. Okay, let's try that again now. What on earth has happened here? Why has that done that? Okay, something's gone funky. Yes, no, let's go to that one. Let's go to that one. There we go. Wild. Dupe. That one there, and then that one there. There we go. Now it's just little old me for a couple of minutes while I get ready to head on off. Yes. Thank you for everybody and hanging out and all the rest of that. Dealing with all of the good old-fashioned, technical issues. But, I'll get those all sorted. So I'll be doing some more content and more things going forward and whatnot. Because I need to get on top of that and need to get busy like Brad. Can't let him have all the fun. So thank you very much for coming out and having a chat and all the rest of that. Keep an eye out on things, and there'll be some more of this kind of stuff getting together. And like I said, I'll set up some other interesting things and some other interesting videos and all that kind of jazz. And got to do some more interviews and more chats with random people as well, because that was good fun. For example, I enjoyed having the chat with the guys from Sun Amps,
do a few more of those, pick people's brains on stuff, and then do my talking head videos I've been planning, because they're just easy to knock out, and I enjoy talking about shit. Talk about the things that interest me. So, gentlemen, thank you muchly for coming out today. I am out of here. I'm gonna go find me some breakfast. Thanks, guys. Catches.